afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. It's Pro Day today for Ohio State football as 17 members from last team will participate in measurements and field drills starting at 12. ESPN's Mel Kiper projects 4 Buckeyes going in the first round of the NFL draft. NHL, Blue Jackets are up to second in the Metro Division at 87 points after Tuesday's 3-2 win at the Flyers. CBJ now 19-3 under head coach Rick Bowness. NBA, the league's Board of Governors approved an exploration of adding 2 new franchises in Las Vegas and Seattle. The vote doesn't mean the NBA will expand, but it can now move forward with seeking out bids. In the NFL, the Bengals and 41-year-old quarterback Joe Flacco agreed to a 1-year deal worth $6 million. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, but a best credit union for the past 8 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
Welcome back in. We appreciate you. Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and TLC. He's Dynamite. Behind the glass. Boys, good to see you.
What up, what up? It is, it's good to see you as always, man. Good to see you. Little hump day coming at us today, man. So, yeah, all is well. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We love you. Hope everybody's having a good day.
We got Shefty, bottom of the hour. We have, hopefully we'll do a Bobby Carpenter dip-in at Pro Day.
Yeah, we need it. Streets
in the
need
final hour.
Streets need it.
We will track down Damon Severson, Hockey and Hounds, at 2:30 for the Jackets, who are back on the heater, man. And last night, that's a playoff-type game again. They come out on top. Jet was great. And I've got a lot to say about that game last night. But it was, they are a team that I feel believes as much as any team in the league right now. And why wouldn't they? Their numbers are off the chart. There was a playoff game on the island. They came up short there against a very good goalie. And there was no reason to lose your mind. They kind of bounced back. Certainly against Philly, played tough. I don't know whether Slick Rick peeled the paint off that wall in the first intermission or not, but it got him going. And here we are, a team with 11 to go that's sitting right there controlling all their own destiny. And dare I say, even a home playoff series.
Talk about it.
Potential.
Now we're talking.
But this is where they are with 11 games to go, second in the Metro. But it is tight, man. This is right there. And it's 87 points. A point ahead of Pittsburgh, a point ahead of Boston in the wild card. Ottawa's coming now, but they got all sorts of help around the league last night. That was a great combo platter of what they got last night. So 11 to go, 87 points, second in the Metro, and they'll have a nice game at Montreal this week, and this is kind of where the road trip comes to an end, and then they'll come back home. San Jose on Saturday, and then Boston on Sunday, so back-to-back there, and then off. Then they'll have Carolina. Then here comes the gauntlet. Then it is the end. It's Detroit. It's Buffalo. It's Montreal. It's Boston. There it is.
And they got to deal with the Jackets, though. Because now when you see that Jackets logo on your schedule, when you're some of those teams that you just mentioned, it's not going to be an easy day at the office with the way that this team is playing. And you touched on the confidence in right now. They just have to have so much of that. And how could you not with all the momentum that they have, but the results that they're getting? And you look at a game like last night, what I really liked amongst a whole bunch of great things is the fact that you had 19 shots on goal, right? Which isn't a ton, as we all know, but you still found a way to win a game. And to me, that's a good sign of a great team in the making, potentially the rest of the way. We shall see. That's going to be the best part of this run is to see how far they can take this thing. But last night, to where you weren't able to fire off the way that you wanted to maybe in some other games, when you have one of your lowest outputs as far as shots on goal, you had Jet in net, and he's been able to do his thing. And that to me has been one of the biggest deals, right, is that we're not talking about, at this point in the calendar, the inconsistencies in net. And we've been talking about it for years, AR, and obviously you're one of the biggest hockey guys out there. When you have this in net, whether it's Elvis or whether it's Jet, not only are those guys obviously confident, but his teammates too, and what that can do, I think, is a trickle-down effect emotionally for the team in a positive way is showing itself. And I felt that way watching the game last night, is that now they have confidence, not only that they can beat maybe anybody in the league, but there are different pathways to victory for this team as well, which I think is cool to see.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I also think it can work in reverse, that the way you defend can give your goalie confidence.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not taking away anything from Jet. He was amazing. In fact, Jet had to face a penalty shot early in that game last night, and the paddle and his reactions. And he's not the biggest guy, but he covers that cage pretty well. And this is one of those things where if you pay attention to detail, and that's what Rick came in and did, what he identified, and how, remember, Rick wasn't going to come in here. There wasn't enough time to change everything. He didn't have a training camp. Right. He hopped on a moving train. Yeah. His communication had to be sharp. It had to be precise. He had to probably not overload them. He probably had to say, this is where I see where your biggest weakness is, and we need to strengthen this to even have a chance. They did a stat last night. The game was on ESPN+. Our guy Kevin Weeks was on the call with Steve Levy. It was great. They talked a lot about the journey with bonus, and I think they dropped a stat of they had a 23% chance to make the playoffs when they made the coaching change. 23%.
Wow.
In their analytics.
And now
it's 86%. Well, you said 100. ESPN saying 86.
We're getting in, man. Our guy Bake Show came by earlier. What'd he say? You know, hey, our hockey club's probably hosting a playoff round.
Hosting.
So he's in. Vegas is in. I'm in. You're kind of in, but you just don't want to say it publicly.
I'm not in till that X.
The self-proclaimed.
Yeah, I'm not going to cool this thing off. But my point is they didn't have enough time to change everything. And he said, listen, if you guys don't value defending, then I don't care how talented you are.
Doesn't matter.
Like, it doesn't
matter.
And look at the playoffs. Look at the games that, I mean, they could have won that game on the island. They only gave up a goal, and it was in the first 90 seconds. And so it's one of those things where he's brought in an attention getter on certain areas. We're allowing too many high danger chances. We got to limit those shots from the slot. We've got to eliminate certain things on how we defend, and we got to buy into it. And they did. And so the new energy he brings to the room, that was there. I told you yesterday, the most impressive thing for me was not that they won right away when they made the change. I always kind of expected a little bit of an interim bump because it's now or never. And when a new guy comes in, you're going to try to be a little sharper. You have no preconceived notion. You kind of have a clean slate. Even though Rick has been around 40, 50 years, he didn't come in here with that type of attitude where he knew everybody and I know exactly what you are. You can help me. You can't. It was none of that. And so he got his team's attention because of that credibility. You walk in the room as Rick Bowness, people hopefully will listen. But these guys have pride. And certainly they want to showcase themselves to a brand new coach. When the new boss comes in, everything gets a little heightened, right? I gave the analogy here. Like you and I aren't going to host any different with the new boss, but it's in the back of our mind that you have a new pair of ears that's listening for the first time. That's actually probably how you should approach every show. As I transform into
what do we do
the next program director. Guys, here's my advice. Every time you host a show, you should anticipate that a new pair of ears is listening. Now, that new pair of ears might need plugs or they might love what they hear. But either way, it's a new pair of ears.
It's real.
And so to get this team on this run, they needed this type of detail that he brought to the table. And it's an identity team now. Like they kind of know, like Cole and Ollie and Silly, they know their role. They know the line. And they needed that nudge. And Rick is really good at what he does. And our guy Sivo, who we're going to have on at 2:30, he's had a better year.
Let's go.
And he's had to have a better year. Matejchuk is quietly, I don't have the stats in front of me. How many goals does he have? He has double-digit goals.
I can cook that up for you.
He's a committed defender. I really like what I see in him. Goody is healthy. By the way, they're not a tiny team anymore. They're not Tiny Tim.
Can't just push us around anymore. We got our own smoke we're bringing to the ice. Matejchuk, 11 goals on the season.
So quietly with 11. Goody's healthy, brings size. Provy's steady. It's nice when you don't have to be perfect if you defend the right way, and that's who they are. Health is a big factor. Like they're healthy, which is great. And I also don't think they needed any more motivation. That's the other beauty of a coach. When a coach comes in, now, did he have to light a fire in them a little bit? Maybe. But I think the motivation was there. Here, you mentioned Jet, and here's Jet after last night on what this is like to be a part of now.
I mean, he's been a great coach for us. It's hard to say, but I think what I can definitely say is that he's the team, defending really well, and I think the goalies definitely benefit from that. So that's been really positive, and we've been super lucky to have him. He's a great coach for our group. He's a great person too. So we've really been enjoying that. And I think it's just so much of it just enjoying these games. It's meaningful games for us, and we really enjoy playing them. So every day coming to the rink is super exciting for myself and for the group.
Let me ask you this, Anthony Rothman. Do we need to start talking about Coach of the Year stuff with Slick Rick?
So I originally wasn't sure he was completely eligible. And now I'm thinking he certainly is.
Okay.
He is eligible.
Because I was just thinking about that. And you hear that soundbite from Jet. You hear how players have talked about him since his arrival, right? And now I just started to think about, since we're coming down the stretch here of the regular season.
He's right up there.
He has to be.
Yeah. Lindy Ruff is probably going to win it, or, I mean, there's some other coaches, certainly. I don't know if anyone would hold, let me say this correctly. I don't think you hold the lack of games against him. I just don't know if that serves as someone's tiebreaker.
Okay,
but I think they're like 23 and
come on, man,
1 or something in his time.
Let's start this right now.
The problem he's going to have is that will it be a big enough size, or will what he did in this period of time be enough? Why wouldn't it? It's if he takes this through the finish line.
Come on, man.
And they host a playoff
Coach
series.
Of the year. Stamp it. Slick Rick. He's the guy.
I don't know if you want to print that shirt.
No, I'm not going to do that to him.
But
I'm not going to do that to him. But I think we start that campaign right here on Rothman and Ice. Let's get Rick Bowness in this. The inner circle of the Coach
Jack
of the Year.
Adams.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, well, I'm all for that because he's done a hell of a job. All right, we'll have Sivo on at 2:30. We're going to come back. As I said, we'll talk football with Shefty, bottom of the hour, up next. Certainly you know what's going on at Ohio State with Pro Day, but this is how I'll tease it. And we'll do this as an experiment to see if anybody comes back. Maddie, if I just said go Bucks, you think people would come back for that?
Let's see.
That's next. Go Bucks. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
When we designed our Columbus Blue Jacket ticket plans, we designed them for fans like you. For fans who want to choose their games and their seats, and fans who need flexibility when their plans change. Columbus Blue Jacket season ticket plans. Get your tickets now at bluejackets.com.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got my own good feet story. I fought plantar fasciitis for a while. That's that horrible heel pain that seems to come out of nowhere. And not being on my feet was not ever going to be an option for me. I did all the home remedies, rolling the tennis ball under my feet. And the relief never really stuck until I went to the Good Feet store, where I was personally fitted with Good Feet arch supports based on my feet and arch size and the goals I have for my lifestyle. As soon as I popped them in my shoes, I could feel the difference. And now every day, my feet feel good. My knees, my hips, my back, they all feel supported and so much better aligned. I've complained about my back for years, but guess what? Nobody's heard me talk like that in a long time. These are a game changer for me every day. They're in my shoes to work out, to go to work, and soon in my golf shoes. The journey to feeling my pain go away has been nothing short of awesome, and just feeling the support I get puts me in a great mood. So stop in either at their store in Grove City or on Polaris Parkway in Westerville, or get started right now at goodfeet.com.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Working your way through that home projects list, more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Call the Waterworks, trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, energy bills have been crazy as of late, which has had our phone ringing off the hook. Pella Windows give you both a home makeover and often an energy bill makeover.
We hear that all the time at the other window place. We love the makeover. No, wait. We want a do-over. That's what they say. Is do-over and makeover the same thing?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Matty Ice here, looking for a stylish, affordable SUV for the family. Check out the 26 Chevy Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. This month, lease a brand new Trax for just $265 a month for 24 months with $3,139 due at signing, or finance for $295 a month with $1,000 down for qualified buyers. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details. The McDaniel GM Superstore has been family owned for over 100 years. They're just off Route 23095 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or give us a call and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
T-Bone and Tybus is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus.
Tybus, great explorers looked at like mountains and were like, look at that mountain. Someone needs to summit it. That's how I look at that box of fries. Someone needs to conquer that, and that someone is me.
Mornings on the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies and highs getting into the mid-60s, and then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the mid to low 50s. For Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly sunny, warm, and windy with highs getting in the mid to upper 70s. Chances of storms develop late Thursday overnight into Friday, some which could be strong with heavy downpours and gusty winds. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Finding the sweet spot between the over and the under. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, so we're going to bribe you today a little bit. Got a giveaway. Maddie will tell you about it.
Yes, we do. Your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Blue Jackets take on the Hurricanes March 31st at Nationwide Arena, and learn how you could join the Jackets on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Montreal. Details at 971thefan.com. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Glad you put the emphasis on learn. And we are willing to learn how to win a chance to get on the cruise.
Yeah, so stick with us.
We're not giving away the cruise.
No, we are not. I
giving
think,
away the tickets.
Yes.
We'll give you the opportunity to learn
how you could get on the cruise.
Say what the blank. What the blank gives you freedom. Freedom brings opportunity. Opportunity makes your future. All right.
Movie?
It is a movie.
Well, TLC. Is your thing.
But I don't think you're going to get it.
I will relinquish this job so quickly.
Putting in your 2 weeks already.
Can I pass this on to? I don't know how this became my thing. Well, I do know.
You can just bail on the question like I do usually. You could just go, I don't know.
I don't know.
Gee, Mr. Rothman, I don't know.
Oh, so you dropped another one in there.
Mr. Rogers.
We didn't even get to answer the first one, and you're on to the next one.
Will I answer this question, Anthony? Gee, TLC, I don't know.
All right, so let's go back to the first one.
Back to the Future 3.
The first one was say what the blank. What the blank gives you freedom. Freedom brings opportunity. Opportunity makes your future.
That sounds like a coach.
So your parents are going out of town.
That doesn't sound like a motivational speech.
What the blank?
I guess you could look
Project
at that.
X.
Phenomenal movie, by
Haven't
the way.
seen it.
Wait a minute. So you dropped Project X and you've never seen it?
Oh, I haven't seen a number of the movies that I guess.
It's the ultimate house party movie. Parents go out of town, high school kids just wrecking the house. Like Project X is sneaky good vibes.
The funny thing is, I think I've seen it, but I don't remember anything that other than the craziness of it.
Write home about. But if you want like a nostalgic feel of like what we were doing in high school and all that stuff, like that'll scratch the itch for you. That
Maddie,
movie.
when do we change the phrase to "It's nothing to text home about"?
Nothing to text home. Oh, that's appropriate.
Yeah. No, I like the fact he dropped it. It's nothing to write home about. Like that's an old school phrase.
Who's writing
That's right.
letters anymore?
Nothing
really.
to text home about.
You know?
Yeah.
You ever write home?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
It's kind of like when we use the on paper thing in sports when we're really just looking at screens.
Yeah.
Do we need to transition that phrase into something else?
On my tablet, the Cardinals are better than the Seahawks.
This team on my iPad.
Which is actually the biggest. I don't know why that was my example.
All right, so
that's so not true.
We'll bail on the movie trivia then.
Well, some people listening may want to know.
All right, the first one was Risky Business.
Okay. Second
And
one.
the second one was
That's the
Fast Times at
When in
Ridgemont
Doubt.
High.
Right, When in Doubt.
That's the old time rock and roll, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's the old time rock and roll. That's very good. Very good. Who was the actor?
Tom Cruise.
Very, very good.
See, this is your thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
You got a thing.
It's just the most famous movie scene. Maybe
All right, how
ever.
about this? How about this for the ultimate points? This could get you. This is an easy one. I think it's somewhat easy, and I'm only doing it because you brought it up.
Okay. Oh, no.
All right.
Okay.
Those core powers you drink or whatever they are.
Oh, hello.
Power core or whatever those
What
are.
is it?
It's a
Core
protein.
power?
It's a
Core
protein
power.
drink.
No, I'm saying like it's core power, not power.
I don't
core.
know.
It's core power.
Core power.
But he says
All right.
power core,
Yeah.
so we,
All right,
we
so
call it a power core.
all right, so the
Just
power-
like it's,
Fortress
two,
and
By the
Alive.
way, they're not cheap. Those things aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
They're like $6-7 a pop.
Really?
If you get them at
For-
like a convenience store, it's got to be at least $6,
Oh my.
depending on the flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Flavor Flav. I'll get you the cheapest flavor power core.
Mm-hmm.
You said, is that the all-time rock and roll guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who sang that song?
Bob Seger.
You get a power core. Well done. Play your theme music.
I know, and I didn't have it ready.
All right.
If I had that as theme music, that'd be awesome, but I don't.
That's
so
right.
I'll go with this.
There you go.
This is not Bob Seger. That's okay.
Very well done. All right, so by the way, keep listening for your chance to win those tickets. And it will be something that we said. All right, this will be not something you can Google. We pride ourselves on that you cannot luck your way in. You had to have heard it. You had to have listened.
Yeah, you got to be locked in.
That's why we call it the ultimate bribe. Arthur Smith, I mentioned my tease was just saying, go Bucks. Would you come back for that? I hope you did. Arthur Smith is all about go Bucks. He was asked about the Michigan game. He was asked about how excited he is for that. They all got their gold pants the other day. He wants to be a part of that. And TLC, you do have a couple sound bites from Arthur Smith. And by the way, we've talked a lot about Arthur Smith because when he was hired, he was given the Matt Patricia treatment by a certain section of Buckeye Nation. It was kind of like a meh. It was kind of like a, wait, what? Like, people don't understand. You're putting him in his lane of expertise, man. I think that's a big thing. We already watched it with Matt Patricia, and certainly the experience he has and trying to elevate this running game and get this O-line who blocked pretty well at the end of the year, although they had a little experience in some rough places, and that probably against some very good defensive lines, and that reared its ugly head. But if he can get this running game to come up to where the passing game is, I think you've got something. What do you got from Artie Smith?
Let's start very simple. Arthur Smith, why did you come to Ohio State?
You know, the respect I have for Coach Day when he reached out and we had a good conversation and came down here and spent some time with him and just kind of weighed my options. And I'd had such a good experience with some of the players that have come through here that I've gotten the privilege to coach. So I was intrigued, kind of weighed my options and talked to a lot of people, including Mike Vrabel, who's a great Buckeye, who's a great friend of mine, and it just made sense.
He came for a lot of reasons. One, this is a heck of a place to be. You've got talent out there, you know what. You've got championship mentality. You've got a chance to play in the biggest games in college football on that platform and perhaps be able to coach in the greatest rivalry in sports. Like, it checks so many boxes. And the other part about it is the talent. Every coach.
Elite.
I mean, I know you and I could say, like, here's the analogy I would make, is if somebody said to you, where would you like to do the radio show? Like, you get to pick the city.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there are a lot of things involved there, right? Money, salary, location, weather,
time slot,
teams that you're talking about. How successful is that radio station? Where are they in the pecking order? Yeah. A lot of it. But the number one thing that you would probably say, and I would probably say, before even money, would be who and what do I get to talk about 3 hours a day, every day, 5 days a week? Like, that would be big for us, because it would be boring if it wasn't.
No question.
If you had to invent everything about the teams, you've had to try to make people care about the teams that are in that area. So you and I could easily say, oh, sunshine, pay me with sunshine. I don't want to deal with 8 months of winter. I'm not denying that wouldn't be maybe part of it. But I think for him, it's the number one thing may not be salary. It's not Columbus, Ohio versus another city. Yeah. It's who do I get to coach? The history of the program. What am I going to be a part of every day?
It's got to be a part of the equation at a high level.
I think it's the number one.
I completely agree with you, and you mentioned a lot of good things, and I think the other thing that it can do, and I don't think he would say this publicly, but it can trampoline you back into a head coaching gig maybe in the NFL. Or an offensive coordinator position in the NFL if he aspires to do that, again, because he saw what that could do financially for a guy like Chip Kelly. Reports out there that when he left here, the Raiders were paying Chip Kelly $6 million a year. And so if you're Arthur Smith...
All right, changed my mind. Money's going
So if you're Arthur Smith, it's everything that you mentioned, right? And the enjoyment of coming into that building every day, being able to lock in on offense and offense only. And then you get to what you talked about, and you look around, and it's a Heisman finalist at quarterback. It's the best wide receiver in the country. It's a running back in Bo Jackson that's coming back hungry after what he did, right, after a young guy as well. And so the building block that you have in place, no doubt, are very, very attractive. But I think the long-term plan here for Arthur Smith as well is, hey, man, I can rehabilitate my image, I guess, if you will, right? Put a fresh coat of paint on my name as a play caller and as a coach, and maybe that can put me elsewhere in a few years after I execute at a high level here in Columbus, which I think he will do.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we can dive into the numbers and try to make something out of nothing. There were people saying that, it was all Derrick Henry when he was in Tennessee. And, of course, you've got one of the great running backs of all time. That's going to help.
And he's got dudes now. That's the other part, too, right? And I think last year you look at the weaponry that wasn't there for him consistently in Pittsburgh. There was only so much he could do. And so when you have an A.J. Brown and a Derrick Henry, of course, you're going to cook. And now you bring that to this level with the guys that we're talking about. And that's what I expect him to do.
I mean, Henry's two best seasons, 2019 and 20, were under Arthur Smith. And Derrick has... I'd have to look at how many seasons he has over 1,500 yards without Smith. And
I think he got one last year, didn't he?
And maybe just one. Maybe it is just one.
He was 1,500 last year, yeah.
All right, we're going to come back in 2 minutes with our guy, Adam Schefter, and we'll find out if a certain team may be interested in a certain quarterback if he drops to them. That's next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating and Cooling. Like your vehicle, your heating, cooling, and plumbing systems need to be maintained. We recommend our True Comfort membership designed to keep things working in tip-top shape. Thanks for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. But when you need us,
call Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, it's time to pick the brain of the senior NFL insider for ESPN. The one and only Adam Schefter is on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fangast Hotline. Shefty, my man, how you feeling?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Anthony?
Great. We are looking forward to, we got Pro Day here at Ohio State. We have the draft coming, and those are the big things in our neighborhood. So you tell us, are you hearing anything at the top? Your colleague, Dan Orlovsky, last couple days has been really hyping up Ty Simpson as his quarterback one. You don't think anything would change there at the top, do you?
No, I still expect Fernando Mendoza to be the number one overall pick in next month's draft in Pittsburgh. I don't think anything changes that. I think Ty Simpson will be the next quarterback off the board, and the question is where. I would think that there'll be somewhere in the first round he potentially goes. It's not easy to identify the spot right now, and we've seen quarterbacks slide, so you just don't know how it's going to work out. But I think he's a first-round type of talent. There are people that like him. We'll see where he winds up going.
Well, that's interesting, right? So the people you talk to do believe that he's got NFL starter talent, and would they be the people you talk to, would they be more surprised if he didn't succeed or if he was really good?
Oh, I don't know that. I mean, I just think that people, they have a fairly high grade on him. Here's what worries me about these things. Like, we've seen plenty of quarterbacks have high grades going in, and all of a sudden Will Levis isn't going in round one. Isn't going in round one. It's happened over and over. So I don't know what's going to happen with Ty Simpson on draft day. That's going to be one of the great storylines and great questions of that day.
Yeah.
And really, whether or not he succeeds will have a lot to do with him and where he goes and the people he's around. It's a difficult thing for me to project, particularly not having studied tape of the guy.
That's right. That's why I'm trying to ask maybe the people you talk to that do, the people that go over all these mock drafts, and you're so busy tracking different things. And I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns like at pick 24, and if Simpson were to get there, would they go back to the quarterback well? Doesn't seem like it, but I guess they could be tempted.
I'll just say this. I could see it. I'm not telling you they will, but I could see it. If he's there at 24, I wouldn't surprise me if he's there at 24. Wouldn't surprise me if they went down. I don't know that they will. I'm just saying, it's going to have to be discussed. Whether or not they do it is another issue, right? But, if Ty Simpson is there at 24, you're the Cleveland Browns. Are you talking about taking him? I think so.
Going back to the top, Shefty, with the Raiders, I want to lock in on Tom Brady and his involvement in all this decision-making when it comes to this position. It definitely feels like Mendoza is the guy, but the kind of behind the scenes right now with Davis and Tom Brady and how much say he has in roster management. What's your understanding of that?
Well, I think Tom's involved. Tom's a very competitive person. He's an all-in kind of guy. Either he's doing it or he's not. I don't think he's just sitting by passively watching people make football decisions and saying, let's see how this works out. I just don't think that's in his DNA. Now, how much he's involved? He's involved. He's got a voice. And by the way, when Tom Brady speaks, most people pay attention. Just like when Michael Jordan speaks, most people pay attention. When Tiger Woods speaks, most people pay attention, right? They carry a huge voice and earn and command and demand a lot of respect that they've earned. So it's just a natural byproduct of the position he's in.
Is the Max Crosby thing dead now? He's going to be a Raider. Has anybody else reached out to try to trade for him at perhaps a lesser price?
look, it could happen, but he was the one that was helping to drive the trade before. He was the one that wanted out. And now he has said that he'd like to stay, that he wants to be a Raider. So if he's not pushing to get out, and the Raiders, I don't think are going to get 2 once again for him, then it makes sense that he would be there and stay. Now, again, there's a lot of the offseason that plays out, but as it shapes up in late March, yes, I think he's going to be there today.
Seattle's at the top of the mountain right now. They get a big deal done with the former Buckeye and Jackson Smith and Jigba. So looking at their to-do list now, moving forward, what's that looking like for the Champs at the moment?
Well, they still have to do a deal with Devin Witherspoon, and there'll be other contracts that they'll want to get done. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Darnold's contract's adjusted. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. When you win the Super Bowl, this is the byproduct. And this is why it was always going to be hard for them to keep Kenneth Walker, because it's hard to pay him $13 million and make Jackson Smith and Jigba the highest paid wide receiver, and then make Devin Witherspoon one of the highest paid cornerbacks, if not the highest in the NFL. I don't know where that deal is going to come in. There's a lot of money they got to dole out. So you just can't pay everybody as much as you'd like to. In a perfect world, they would have liked to have kept Kenneth Walker, but it's not a perfect world. They've got other expenses, and you're starting to see that take hold right now.
Is Adam Schefter a guy that would like to see NFL players playing flag football in the Olympics?
Adam Schefter, to use third person, which I never do, is a guy that really doesn't care about it. And I think we saw over the weekend that flag football players, that's their turf, that's their territory, and they're really good at it. Just like if flag football players were asked to play in the NFL, they wouldn't be as good. Just like if NBA players were asked to play against the Harlem Globetrotters, it might be a different outcome. Or a baseball player is against the Savannah Bananas. Like these flag football players, they understand the art and nuance and subtleties of the game that NFL players don't. And so that's their area, that's their specialty, and probably you're going to see those players in the Olympics.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we are 2 years. That's for sure. Let's go down to Atlanta. And the whole quarterback room down there has been interesting to me over the last few seasons with the addition of Penix and Cousins, and now with Penix coming back from injury and now adding to it. I think, Shefty, they maybe even added someone else. But as we sit here today with Stefanski at the helm down there, do you have a feel on who would be maybe in pole position, as Tomlin put it a couple years ago, to be the QB1?
Well, what I would say is I don't know that Michael Penix is healthy, so let's take him out of the equation right now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any assurance that he's going to be healthy on opening day. And certainly, like, can he get the reps he needs under a new coach, a new offensive system in camp to be ready? And then I don't expect Trevor Siemian is going to win that job. So, to me, when I look at it right now, I think Tua is the favorite to be their opening day starting quarterback, but there's a long time to go between now and opening day. A lot of reps to be taken. A lot can change. We'll see how healthy Michael Penix is. But to me, if I'm handicapping it today, I'd handicap Tua the favorite to be the opening day starter.
As you know, Odell Beckham Jr. is a polarizing name, and whenever he pops up, there's going to be headlines everywhere. And so now coming out of the weekend, there was some noise around his name again. Are we looking at a return to the NFL for Odell?
I mean, that's always been out there. He's always been interested in it. And it just hasn't happened. But people saw him make plays this week. And because they saw him make plays this week, people all of a sudden are asking the kinds of questions that you just raised. And sure, I think that that's possible. It could happen. But, we're in a situation now where he'd have to find the right fit. There's probably only select places. Who's going to pay him what he thinks he's worth? It hasn't happened yet. I'd like to see somebody give him a chance. I think he deserves. I think he could help. But we're still waiting for that to happen.
Where do you think we are on moving to an 18-game regular season? One more game.
The NFL, first of all, you need the cooperation of the NFLPA. And the NFLPA just elected a new executive director. And so the league's going to have to get with him. They're going to have to get the cooperation of the Players Association. Players obviously are going to be against it. So it's going to be a question of what the NFL is willing to offer. And we'll see how that works out. So, it's up in the air. Like, I think everybody knows the league stance. I think everybody knows the player stance. And I also think if people know the inevitable outcome here, too. So it's a question of how they get there and how long it's going to take them to get there.
Yeah. Listen, I know everybody loves more football, but I don't know what that would do to the schedule. And if they went to 18, would your mind tell you that there'd be potentially a double bye week or no?
They have to work through all this. That's one of the scenarios I've heard talked about, where it's 18 games, 2 bye weeks, one international game for everybody. I could see that happening. Again, going to need the cooperation of the NFLPA before anything gets to a reality. So we could come up with all these ideas and proposals, and they make sense, but we're not there just yet.
Yeah. All right, great stuff, my man. As always, safe travel, and we will talk to you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll talk to you next week after the owners' meetings.
You got it. Safe travel, Shefty. That's Adam Schefter on the Bryan Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right, when we come back, we'll stay with quarterbacks, and one is putting the league on notice. Will he ever get a chance to prove them wrong? We'll tell you what that means next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Unlike your deadbeat uncle, we'll never leave you stranded in a ditch when you were 6. This promo may have been a touch too specific. The Fan.
Spring is hatching at the Columbus Zoo. Join us April 3rd and 4th for Eggs, Paws, and Claws. Snap a pic with the Easter Bunny, meet Egbert, roll into Shelley's Shellebration, and crack the clues in the Explore and Find. It's 2 extra fun days you won't want to miss. Get your discounted tickets at Kroger.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community's stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
Want big flavor and even bigger value? The new $9.99 value meal has arrived at Hothead Burritos. Get your choice of a customized, loaded little burrito or bowl with fresh chips and salsa plus a drink, all for just $9.99 today. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Forget the pot of gold. Save some green at Coughlin Ford. During Ford Truck Month, take over $13,000 off MSRP, plus no payments until June on select new F-150s. New Bronco Sport or Ranger. Lease for $399 a month for 48 months. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
Factory rebates to dealer. 90 days deferred payments. Not all buyers will qualify. Bronco $399 down. Ranger $2,000 down. 7,500 miles per year. 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $250 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease. No security deposit. Ends 3/31/26.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If your garage floor has stains, cracks, or even the dreaded bad epoxy job, maybe one you tried to do yourself, maybe one you paid for and it didn't work out, it can make your entire garage look bad. Let's be honest about it. And maybe those botched garage floor coatings that you've had in the past have put you off of ever getting it fixed. Well, my friends, let me tell you, the people at Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings want you to know there is a fix out there. They can make your garage floor gleaming, glistening, look like a new car showroom. You call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they will come out with their pros, no subcontractors, and install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in just one day. Yeah, this floor is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or even show tire lift like epoxy or paint can. Never going to have that problem with Comer & Cross. Call them today, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. It's that easy. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or you go to comercross.com. That's C-O-M-E-R cross.com. Get a new garage floor with Comer and Cross concrete floor coatings today.
One more play-by-play. Yay! It's on the Fan, too. March Madness, Reds baseball, Ohio State athletics, and much more. Find the Fan 2 on the Fan's HD2 channel and 1460 on the AM dial. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. Like Yoda, Rothman will limp onto the golf course, talk about how stiff his back is, wonder how he can even make it through a hole, and then proceed to kick your ass. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
You guys see that Travis Etienne Jr. set the record straight that people have been mispronouncing his last name.
I did see that. What are we rolling with now?
Well, if I had to guess, which I don't have to now because I know, I would say that it was a very slight mispronunciation. That people were saying Travis Etienne and maybe it's Etienne. Like I think maybe it would have been very slight. This is by far something I would have never come up with. The weird part is, why are we finding out about it now?
Yeah, because he's been in the league for a little minute now.
Unless he, and I haven't heard him, decided that it just sounds better to him, or maybe somebody in his family tree said, hey, back in the day, Grandpa pronounced it this way. Like, who knows? And so it's being pronounced Travis Etienne.
Oh, so now we've got two running backs in the league.
Yeah, and when Devon Achane came into the league, we were pronouncing it A-Chain.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great for a running back to be, quote, off the chain. I thought that's what I was saying. And then he changed it. That's fine. He should be called what he wants to be called. But this is a complete departure.
It really is, because now I'm trying to think, AR, even during his time at Clemson, it was always ETN. So this isn't, I don't think, hey, he got to the league and ETN caught some momentum, but we were calling, like, I don't know what's going on here.
You know, I
don't know why it took him so long, but I'm glad he did, because it could have just been easy to just let this ride for the remainder of his career and be ETN. But no, like, hey, if it's H-Chan, let us know. I like when guys do that.
He said his freshman year at Clemson is when people, like, couldn't grasp the pronunciation of his last name, so he just let it ride from there.
I mean, you look at his last name and ETN, you could come up with ETN from his name, from the spelling.
Yeah.
And maybe he just went with it because of that.
But that means that he would be, like, introducing himself to media people and, like, Roger Goodell and stuff, like, hey, I'm Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Like,
or they assumed that's what it was, and he never corrected them. And he just went with it. And now he's done with going with it.
I would love to hear his draft announcement, like when he got selected, what Raj said. Because he was a first-round pick, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm assuming Roger Goodell did that. I know he's from Louisiana, so now it makes sense. Like a Louisiana kid, now looking at his name and hearing what he wants us to say. Being from Louisiana, I could see how now that could be H-Chan. But, yeah, that's going to take some time to get used to, that's for sure.
Yeah, this isn't like looking at hockey names and trying to hopefully be able to pronounce them. This was one that we thought we had, and now he's saying everybody was wrong.
This is the weirdest draft video ever. Because, so this would have been the 2021 draft, so the year after the COVID draft.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell brought his recliner from his basement out to the stage to kind of like joke about, hey, remember last year's draft? So he has his feet kicked up in a recliner.
Did he have his M&Ms with him?
Yes.
Oh, he did.
Literally next to him on a little table, but
that feels good.
That feels good.
With the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Etienne.
Ooh. So he's been Etienne from Jump Street. 5 years in, now he's like, no. We got to get it right.
Guess who the Steelers drafted one pick before him?
Is that Kenny Pickett?
Najee Harris.
Ooh.
Wasn't thrilled with that either.
Wasn't bad. That was all right.
So, anyway, it's now we have two H-Chans
Yes,
in the
we
league.
do.
And they both play the same position. That's wonderful. All right, well, that's good. Like I said before, if this is what he wants, then
there'd be three H-Chans because Travis has the brother Trevor.
He's got another. What would be unbelievably great is if one brother said, I'm sticking with ETN.
Yeah, I'm Trevor ETN, and here's my brother Travis Etienne.
You do what you want. I think ETN sounds better.
I'm rocking with ETN. Yeah. That would be great.
All right, we got a quarterback putting teams on notice. This is kind of wild because he's an old dude who's hanging on, who still has a chance to keep teams afloat, and Joseph Flacco is coming back for his 19th NFL season. 19. Now, you would think that this would be great. That it would be nothing but smiles. Like, I'm so glad I'm still in the league.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm 41 years old, and I'm going to get $6 million to be a backup quarterback, and maybe $9 million if I play and play well.
Which is very interesting to me, by the way, that they structured the contract that way for him. Because that's not nothing, $9 million for your backup quarterback. My mind goes to the front office being concerned about the health of number 9. If you're incentivizing your backup quarterback to that level, to me, that was a little eye-opening.
How about this? They incentivized him because they know what he can do if he's called upon.
I think two things can be true. I think it's what you said, and to me, I think it's also a little concern in we don't know if Joe Burrow's going to be playing every week either, based off of his now injury history, which I think is fair to bring up because it is what it is at this point.
He left the door open for a possible return after the season, and now he's on a little bit of a rampage, and that he's upset that quarterback-needy teams decided that they didn't want him as their starter.
Quote, believe me. I wish I was. Oh, you have it? My bad. Go do your thing.
I feel like I have unfinished business. That's part of why I'm still here and playing and doing all those things and not being one of those guys to go sign somewhere. Yeah, it pisses me off a little bit. But at the same time, like I'm very happy to be here. And that's also why I don't see this as the end. Like I that's just not how I'm viewing it in my mind. Like I feel like I can help a team win. And yeah, it may be in a different role here, but I do still think I can help this team win in that role. I had a lot of fun with Joe, and Joe's the guy. And believe me, I wish I was a guy somewhere. And I think teams are dumb for not having me be that guy. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to let them or it get me down. I'm going to be the person I am and just approach football the way I always have.
Well, Joe, a couple things there. One, I think if you and your agent called the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Raiders as a bridge guy or the Jets or somebody or Atlanta or anybody, Arizona, and
Vikings.
And said,
yeah, see how he tried to take his own team out of that?
Well, we already.
Hey, you all take Joe Flacco.
No, we got a guy.
By the way, when I was out, both of you guys were winning with this. Because you got Kyler and your boy Carson Wentz is back.
He jumped me, and I think he's going to agree with my point.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Finish your. Go ahead, Cook. Sorry, man.
No, it's okay. But I'm going to tell him I'm probably going to win him over. His agent could have called any of these teams and said, "Will work for food. Like he will not cost you this amount of money if you want him because he wants to go where he can play." Let's throw his own words back at him. The reason I could win you over is my team went out and got a very, very, very inexpensive quarterback.
That minimum.
Very inexpensive. So when you said we could add Flacco, I'm just saying, well, I'd rather have Kyler at the same at a much lesser price.
Yeah, me too.
Is what I'm getting the backup for with Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
Paying $6 million for him or $1 million for Kyler.
You're rolling with Kyler.
Yeah. So, but the point is that you could throw his words right back at him and say, well, if it was so important to you at 41 to be able to play and start, you could have taken less money and probably won one of those teams over maybe and said, hey, he'll go for the vet minimum. You want him?
Mm-hmm.
And then he probably would have had a job.
Mm-hmm.
The real thing, the tough question at the presser to Joe Flacco when he signs with Cincinnati would be, well, do you hope you play? Like, what are you secretly hoping for?
Do you hope Joe Burrow gets hurt?
He did say in there that Joe's the guy, right?
Okay.
So he kind of threaded that needle a little bit.
So you've made peace with it. You probably won't play.
I don't think he's made peace with it because he called other teams dumb.
That's my point.
So I don't think he's made peace with it at all.
He's secretly thinking he's going to be called upon.
Yeah.
That's why I came here for $6 million.
Because he's looking at the opportunities that have been there for backup quarterbacks in Cincinnati recently. And so he's never going to say that and throw Joey B under the bus, but everybody knows what time it is with that. And Joe is a 40, 41-year-old guy right now that just doesn't really care what anybody thinks about him anymore. I mean, think about the comments we had last year where he was essentially saying, I'm not a mentor.
It's because he's confident
up in
his ability that he's not a clipboard-holding 41-year-old guy.
And he has evidence over the last 2 to 3 seasons to where in spots he has shown that I can hold it down and not just be, this safe guy at quarterback. We can have some explosive offensive days with me under center. And so, I love his honesty. I do. He really has nothing else to prove. He'll have that Super Bowl run in Baltimore, which is tremendous. And now he'll just be able to add all this money to his bank account and be a backup quarterback and get some starts every once in a while.
Top of the hour, we hit you with a sports update, and we'll come back with a favorite for Coach of the Year in the NFL. And for some reason, he's an overwhelming favorite. We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your Easter ham. Kroger bone-in hickory smoked honey glazed spiral ham is on sale now, just 85 cents a pound with your card. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You're not done.
What do you mean?
Until you mulch, you're not done.
Very good point. Your landscape isn't finished until you mulch. And Oakland Nursery has mulch on sale. 2 cubic foot bags of Forever Black hardwood mulch, regularly $4.79 a bag, now just $4 for $10 through April 12th. Quality hardwood Forever Black mulch, usually $4.79 for a 2 cubic foot bag, now $4 for $10. Limit 52 bags per customer per visit. Sale ends April 12th.
Now you're done.
Hey, America, want to save $1,000 and get free internet forever? That was a rhetorical question. Switch to Spectrum and save $1,000 guaranteed. Seriously, you can hold us to it. We call it the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. Just switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum and we'll give you free fiber-powered internet forever. Yeah, free internet forever. And we guarantee $1,000 of real savings in your first year, or we'll cover the difference. It's a guaranteed no-brainer. Learn more at spectrum.com/free forever. Spectrum Internet is powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial lines. Restrictions apply.
The new Omaha Steak Store is now open at 1033 Polaris Parkway at Polaris Commons. Stop in today and save 50% store-wide on legendary steaks, burgers, and more. Plus, get doorbuster deals starting at just $19.99. Discover the Omaha Steaks difference today at the new store at Polaris Commons in Columbus.
It's Timmy Hall here with Gordon Miller, founder of Miller Lending. Now, Gordon, I remember hearing of your no-cost mortgages back in 2008 when I was on the air in Raleigh-Durham. So what brings you to Central Ohio?
Hey, Tim, small world, isn't it? But we saw Columbus as the perfect market to offer our no-closing cost mortgage product. With a growing population and relocations, it was similar to our original decision to expand into Raleigh back in '96.
Well, I get to see firsthand how well it worked in Carolina. So how about explaining to our listeners how it truly has no closing cost associated?
That's right, Tim. Way back in 1987, I found a way to do mortgages without using the standard method of buying the rate down with thousands of dollars in various costs. Rates were volatile, much like they are today. And folks were stuck at higher rates because it simply cost too much to refinance. There had to be a better way, and we think we found it.
That was Gordon Miller, founder of Miller Lending, the home of the no-cost loan. Give him a call, 877-9-NO-COST, or online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 2502146.
When we designed our Columbus Blue Jacket ticket plans, we designed them for fans like you. For fans who want to choose their games and their seats, and fans who need flexibility when their plans change. Columbus Blue Jacket season ticket plans. Get your tickets now at bluejackets.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL, 614-962-7355, or selltohometeam.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
With all that can go wrong in your home, it's enough to make you say, oh, brother. With Brothers Roofing and Construction, one call covers it all. Roofing, siding, rotting decks, bad chimneys. We take care of it all. And we do it right the first time.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. 17 Buckeyes from last year's football squad are currently working out at Pro Day from the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. NFL teams in attendance per Albert Breer: the Browns, Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Giants, Steelers, Commanders. NHL, Blue Jackets are up to second in the Metro Division at 87 points after Tuesday's 3-2 win of the Flyers. With 11 regular season games left, CBJ visit the Canadiens Thursday at 7. NBA, the league's Board of Governors approved an exploration of adding 2 new franchises in Las Vegas and Seattle. The vote doesn't mean the NBA will expand, but it can now move forward with seeking out bids. This update sponsored by Logan AC Heat and Plumbing Services, the home of fast, friendly services. Logan Services, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
A perfect afternoon parlay. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, second hour. Ins and outs this hour. We're going to do a little draft at the bottom of the hour.
Yeah, we're doing a dinger draft at 1:30. Happy opening day for all the baseball fans out there.
But it isn't because we have to wait on the Reds and Guards.
That is tomorrow. But yeah, tonight you're getting Yankees and Giants. So that's going to be on Netflix. So as we know now in this sports world that we're living in with football and basketball on Peacock and Paramount and Netflix, like, this is just the game now. And so, yeah, Yankees, Giants tonight at 8 o'clock, and then Guards and Reds get it going tomorrow. You see, I got the Yankee hat on today. I am, as a Reds fan, you're not loving this.
No, we've had this conversation before.
I think it's okay for me to have a American League team. And so we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be the Yankees. It may be somebody else.
What happens if your Reds somehow played the Yankees in the World Series and there's evidence of you sporting this hat?
You know what? I'll just claim that it was AI. You know, isn't that what everybody does now? But yeah, I'm auditioning as a fan, or teams are auditioning to me on the American League side, whether or not they get my support, because the Reds have hurt me so much.
All right, LeBron, we see you. I like the old school logo, though. You didn't just go with the NY.
Oh, yeah. You know how to have some different drip form, AR. Something different.
Nice.
But, yeah. Hey, man. But, anyway, bottom of the hour. Yeah. Dinger draft. So, we'll draft 5 guys. First? I don't know. TLC usually comes up with this.
And we got to come up with a winner between us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a meal? Is that a meal of food?
I'm here for.
Is it total home runs?
Yes.
Yeah, total home runs.
Total home runs
for your team.
We each get 5 guys.
Gotcha.
And fries. All right. Broadcast schedule for the Masters. You just mentioned all the other places. I just saw this: Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus.
Gotta have it. AR. You're gonna be left out in the dark.
Fine.
You know.
So I watched the Jackets on my laptop last night.
Good living.
I had the TGL on the main screen.
Oh, how did Tiger look?
How did Tiger Woods, y'all?
I didn't even think about it, honestly.
All right, you want to hear the golf? You want to hear the golf answer, or like what answer are you looking for? When you say how did he look, or do you want the physical part of it?
Well, yesterday when he was on the TVs in here and he was kind of chipping around or whatever, I said to you, like, the dude's still in phenomenal shape. He looks the part. So
yes, he's got like a 28-inch waist, and
the dude's he's Tiger. But like, okay, but walk me through, like, I guess the golf stuff.
So
what did that look like?
So the inside golf is that the ball speed on his 3-wood was humming. Like, he was able to cook it a little bit.
Okay.
Which is weird, but then I saw him stand over a 2-foot putt on an artificial surface and miss it.
He smoked it. Okay.
Like, he just shoved it. It was just Tiger Woods missed a 2-footer.
It's not going to rust off.
That's,
Well,
I think knocking the rust off should be more in the full swing than just putting. Like putting, he should be able to do all the time.
Trying to give my guy any excuse I can.
And, we kind of made fun of his I'm back yesterday. When you say I'm back, that should be like I'm playing in the Masters, not I'm back to play video game golf. Like, now, he was there. His team lost. I don't know if you cared about that.
So they didn't win the chip. It's over?
They did not. It's over for this year.
Right. Okay.
And so
see you at Memorial. See you at Jack's place.
No, before that, potentially.
Well, I'm just hoping when we're there, he's there. That's just my hope.
Yeah. Okay, now the question about the physicality. I just saw him kind of walking around the little arena last night. I'm not sensing this guy's got 4 days of walking in him.
Oh, that's why we're getting him a cart.
No, he won't. He don't want a cart. He would maybe on the senior, maybe, although I wouldn't think he would. But TLC has this. Here's Tiger's comments after losing in the championship of the TGL and asked whether or not he would go back to Augusta this year because he has a lifetime exemption.
As I said, I've been trying. It's just this body's it doesn't recover like it was when it was 24, 25. Doesn't mean I'm not trying. I've been trying for a while. I've had a couple bad injuries here the past year that I've had to fight through, and it's taken some time. But I keep trying. I want to play. I've loved the tournament. I love being there since when I was 19 years old. So it's meant a lot to me and my family and over the years, and I'm going to be there either way. With the loop that's going up there, as well as the Champions Dinner. So,
you think that decision will have to come right down to the Friday before?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll be practicing playing at home this week, and keep trying to make progress.
Mm-hmm. Left the door open, and he's always been a guy that says, "I won't tee it up if I don't think I can win." Now we'll see if he holds himself to that. Because the other thing, and by the way, we talked about the Loop, for people that don't know, the Loop is the municipal course in Augusta that he helped redesign, and it's a cool thing. So they call it the Patch. It goes way back to the 1920s, and he helped kind of redo it. And so it's a cool project where people can learn how to play golf and on this muni there. So that's what he meant by I'll be there for the Loop. As far as the cut streak, if I was there, I would have said, is that important to you? That stays intact? Because Tiger Woods set the all-time cuts made streak at Augusta. He passed Freddie Couples. He passed Gary Player, I think. And so when he did that...
What was the number, AR?
24 in a row.
Okay.
So he's made 24 straight cuts at Augusta. And that mark is something I would be curious if he would be willing to risk based on if he's not at his best.
He's at, I think, a point to where I think he may care, but if he plays and we watch him not make the cut, it does nothing to his legacy. Absolutely nothing. I think in a negative way. But to your point as a competitor, similar to what we talked about with Urban and the record against Michigan being 7-0, right? Like coming back, is that something you want to mess around and touch?
No, I don't think he would.
Probably not.
No.
And so if you're Tiger, that's a very prestigious thing to have on your resume amongst so many things that are elite on his resume.
It's what I thought
of. I want to do it.
When he said, I'm trying. Where do you have to get to would be the follow-up. Where do you have to get to before the tournament to feel like you would put that at risk? And you're right. His answer may be the cut streak's irrelevant. If I feel I'll win or I can win and contend, I'll tee it up. If I can't, and that's his stock answer usually. But I don't know if he'll ever get to the point where he truly feels he can win.
he would never admit that he can't publicly. But I think when you're at this point in your career, if you're real with yourself, which I think he is, because he's with some of the things that he just said publicly about his body and knowing where his body is and the recovery time and how tough that is, there's got to be some of that that's floating around in your brain. You're hearing some of those voices in your head like Randy Orton, like, hey, like, I don't really know if I can do this at the highest of levels anymore. But what we got in 2019 from him, I think, was that, hey, I can still do it moment. When there was doubt already 6 years ago now, 7 years ago, whatever that was. And so at this point, I think it's all gravy, but how can he not have those thoughts in his head at this point? I think any human would have that no matter what your career looked like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. At this point, having doubt about what you can do at the highest level with these guys now, I think that's realistic for everybody.
It was Nicholas-esque what he did in 2019.
Yeah.
And I say that to make the comparison to what Jack did in 86. It felt very similar to me. It was very unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
It felt pretty good when Tiger was coming down the stretch in 2019 that the guys he was competing with had not ever worn a green jacket. I think that mattered. I think that was a little bit of in his favor when he was chasing Francisco Molinari and Tony Finau. And certainly there was a guy named Brooks Koepka who, if he makes a putt at 18, they go to a playoff, and maybe Brooks gets him. But it didn't happen, and Tiger tracked them down. And I started thinking about the guys like Ian Poulter and Webb Simpson and these guys. I think if there were players on that leaderboard who had won at Augusta, because I don't care how good you are. I really don't care. I don't care how many majors you've won. If you've never won that, and you're there on Sunday with a chance, the pressure is immense. Ask Phil for all those years. Ask Rory for all those years. Those guys were champions, and they felt the pressure to win there. And that's what made Tiger such a great story in 2019, that he was able to steal it from those guys and watch those guys kind of crumble a little bit. Outside of Brooks, Francisco crumbled, Finau crumbled.
It's a Tiger effect.
And a little, it was. But I wouldn't have thought it would be based on who he was at the time. How old is Tiger? He's 50. So that means, do the math, he was what, 43, 44.
I think to your point, though, when you're Saturday night waking up on Sunday morning and
I got
some
a
of those
two-shot lead
guys
over Tiger Woods,
and that name is creeping up in the rearview mirror, that shakes the room. That shakes the room. I don't care who you are. Because you know at that point, waking up on Sunday, that he's got it. Like he's figured it out. And he knows this course better than almost anyone that's ever played the game.
Those guys are not in his league.
So the difference is, and that's why I brought up Brooks Koepka. I believe Brooks Koepka had won 3 majors already by the time he had teed it up at the Masters in 2019, which means he was technically the guy that could have taken him down and almost did.
Until you knock him off the Iron Throne, you haven't done it yet. And Tiger was like, King's Landing is still.
And guess who's finished second twice at the Masters? Brooks Koepka. Yeah. He doesn't have one yet, and he's got 5 majors. So it'll be fun. It would be fun to see him. It'll be even more fun if he gets his body in shape to play the U.S. Senior here at Scioto. And the history there, and the fact that we're 100 years removed from the U.S. Open, a regular U.S. Open that was played at Scioto, and then the place where Jack Nicklaus learned how to play golf. Like, it would all come full circle if that could happen. All right, we're going to come back with ins and outs. TLC version next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Oh, what? Just cleared that drain last week.
At the Waterworks, we mean clean, which means we don't just clear your drain, we actually clean it. Get your drains good as new with the Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
Columbus has a new football team, the Aviators. UFL football lands April 3rd. Be there for our home opener at historic Crew Stadium. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at UFLaviators.com. That's UFLaviators.com. United, we fly.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here.
And it's Berm from the Austin and Berm Show.
Berm and I have both done Awaken 180, which honestly should tell people something right there.
Right. It tells you that if it can work for you and me, it can work for anybody.
Because neither one of us has exactly been out here living or were living like a fitness influencer.
No, not unless you count fitness fast food tacos in my mouth.
You treated fast food like it was a love language.
I loved it, and I still do.
And look, that's fair, but that's also why Awaken 180 works for people listening right now. You don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to know what you're doing.
No, what you need is a plan. You need someone to help bring you along, and Awaken 180 does that. They tell you what to eat, when to eat, and how to make it fit your life.
I lost 50 pounds with Awaken 180, then another 5 in free maintenance.
For me, it was 35. I'm in maintenance, and I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years.
This isn't just for some tiny group of people who already have it all figured out.
Nope, it works for real people with busy lives who are on the go just like us.
You know, if you're just tired of carrying that weight around, do what we did. It sounds like a lot of people out there can do exactly what Awaken 180 did for us.
Yeah, go to awaken180weightloss.com now.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got my own good feet story. I fought plantar fasciitis for a while. That's that horrible heel pain that seems to come out of nowhere. And not being on my feet was not ever going to be an option for me. I did all the home remedies, rolling the tennis ball under my feet. And the relief never really stuck until I went to the Good Feet store, where I was personally fitted with Good Feet arch supports based on my feet and arch size and the goals I have for my lifestyle. As soon as I popped them in my shoes, I could feel the difference. And now every day, my feet feel good. My knees, my hips, my back, they all feel supported and so much better aligned. I've complained about my back for years, but guess what? Nobody's heard me talk like that in a long time. These are a game changer for me every day. They're in my shoes to work out, to go to work, and soon in my golf shoes. The journey to feeling my pain go away has been nothing short of awesome, and just feeling the support I get puts me in a great mood. So stop in either at their store in Grove City or on Polaris Parkway in Westerville, or get started right now at goodfeet.com.
Each day it seems tougher to make ends meet with rising prices. Vivek Ramaswamy believes if you work hard, you shouldn't have to struggle. That's why he's working to lower costs, putting Ohio families first. Because as a father who just welcomed his third child in February, this fight isn't political, it's personal. Just ask his wife.
Bringing a new baby home puts everything into perspective. I'm Apoorva Ramaswamy. Nothing means more to my husband Vivek than being a father. He knows Ohio families are working hard but falling behind. Like every parent, he wants safe communities, great schools, and a state where hard work means you can afford your home, your groceries, and your future. Vivek is running for governor to give every family a fair shot at a better life. So Ohio's future stays right here.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Bern. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies and highs getting into the mid-60s, and then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the mid to low 50s. For Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly sunny, warm, and windy with highs getting in the mid to upper 70s. Chances of storms develop late Thursday overnight into Friday, some which could be strong with heavy downpours and gusty winds. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan. Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
All right, TLC, if you don't mind, I'm going to start with one.
Please.
I'm going to ask my fine co-host, Matty Ice. Are you in or out on dating somebody taller than you?
I know his answer to this
And the
question.
reason I bring it up is because Cameron Brink is 6'4".
Okay.
And she hopped in a bikini by her LA pool to celebrate the new CBA coming for the WNBA. And then it made me go down the rabbit hole of seeing Caitlin Clark and others wear that shirt that said, "Pay us what you owe us." And the fans always looking for T-shirt ideas. And I thought maybe...
if we wear "Pay us what you owe us" T-shirts.
Maybe Maddie would wear one of those for us.
Oh, man.
Hey.
By the way, those are two different questions.
Would he wear it under a 5-year contract or a 1-year prove-it deal?
Franchise tag.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people, too, that said I was picking the wrong deal.
Maybe once we
day.
tag you, then you wear that T-shirt.
I think I probably would, then.
Yeah. Pay us
on the franchise tag. Pay me what you owe me, fish.
Pay us what you owe us. All right, so would you?
Oh, yeah.
And if the answer is a yes, I need then the scale of where you would say no.
Okay.
How many inches taller would that person have to be for you to say, I'm out?
So Cameron Brink is 6'4". 6'4". You know what? I'd do it. Sign your boy up.
6'4".
I would do it.
Okay.
I would do
You
it.
would.
Now, my cutoff, at that point, what does it matter?
No, at that point, there really isn't.
It doesn't matter.
Right. If you would have said I would date somebody 5'11", but 6 feet is like a psychological barrier I'm not willing to.
For sure. Because
That's a barrier for a lot of women.
5'10". That's where the problem comes into play. Because a lot of taller women that I've talked to about this topic and dating short kings like myself.
Short little kings? That's an ale.
The problem that really comes into focus, AR, is date night. And them going into the closet and looking at the heels and eliminating all of that portion of their fashion because they can't wear heels.
So that turns 6'4" into 6'6", and we can't have that.
That's apparently a real problem. So I would do it. Sign me up. Like, what is it, Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones? Remember how tall she was? Walking around with Jamie? Like, hey, man, wouldn't be mad at it. My ego wouldn't be bruised walking into places and people saying your girlfriend's so much taller than you. I don't care.
My girlfriend's Cameron Brink.
Exactly. I'm winning.
Okay. That brings a whole nother level into it.
Keep going.
The fact that she's a celebrity athlete, that helps the cause.
Oh, so
instead of just some indiscriminate person that you wanted to date, but she just happens to be tall, but she's not a famous athlete.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt. But I wouldn't need that, AR. I wouldn't need that.
Okay, good.
You know?
That's it.
Yeah.
I'd be more of like an even or lesser guy.
So eye contact
he's secure. That's good.
Yeah, very much.
So you need eye contact is what you need. What about
That's a nice way to put it. Things have to line up.
I already know
you were saying.
I already know TLC's answer.
I'm not going taller than me.
I already know. Your ego won't allow.
Yeah, I know, which I'm used to being tall, and I like being tall.
I think you could get away with it because you're already tall. So you guys would just be the Twin Towers.
Here's
it
what I
doesn't
noticed.
matter that she would be a little taller than you.
Tall guys have an issue being around other tall dudes in general. Like,
Yeah,
if they're-
it's different.
Yeah,
If I'm around somebody 6'5", I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he's got
And
problem
then
with
I'm 6'4", so I'm right there.
They
But
don't
if-
like that.
If I see somebody 6'5", I'm like, I am not used to being smaller than people.
See?
It's
Okay, that's
fish
it
out
then.
of it's fish out of water type stuff.
Yeah.
And then dating a girl who would be taller than me. I mean, like Cameron Brink is my size, but if we went out and she wore heels, I'd be looking up at her. I'd be like,
darn right, this is my lady.
I'd be like, this. Well,
yeah, absolutely. Like dating Cameron Brink.
I mean, a little bit, but it would kind of be like, why am I like looking up at my girlfriend right now? That's uncomfortable for me.
Okay.
Honestly,
Call me insecure if you want to, but
I don't think it's insecurity. I think there's some ego involved, which we all have to certain degrees.
We all do.
And that's a little bit of an ego hit to the shield for you, which I think a lot of guys would be with you on that.
it would just feel out of place. I would feel like, because I'm taller than almost every woman I've ever. Have I met a woman taller than me? There may be one. She's also 6'4". I went to high school with a girl who's 6'4".
Okay.
But I wouldn't say she's taller than me. So I don't even know if I've met a woman taller than me. So that would be, that'd be like, what's going on here type stuff.
I may have to get him over to a Fury game, AR. You got a couple 6'4s over there, I believe. Yeah, you and I hosted.
Just to see if I can handle it.
Just see if you can.
If I get severe anxiety.
See if you can post up.
These women are taller than me.
Would it matter if, because Brink plays for the Sparks?
Yeah.
Would it matter if the person was playing for the Valkyries? The Valkyrie Irvings.
I'll find that.
That's a question for you. All right, well, that's
betting on the Lynx and the Valkyries.
The Valkyries.
The Valkyries?
All right, so that's the first in or out. You take the rest.
All right, let's see what I got here. Are you in or out on going on cruises?
I'm into winning cruises on radio stations if they're gonna hand one away. You know, it's one of those things, and I've been on that. I've been lucky enough to be on the Buckeye Cruise, and I've thought about doing other ones. But it's one of those things that I think about a lot, but it would take a lot to pull the trigger on that. That's the kind of a gig. Because I really want to go on like an Alaskan cruise. One of those wildlife, like not for weather, just for
whale watching.
For native, like the land and all that. Just
native?
I guess
native
it'd be
flag
cool.
footballers?
Exactly.
That's all
Quit
brand for you,
stealing the
AR.
gold from the native flag football players. Yeah, I think an Alaskan cruise up to Denali, and I think that would be kind of neat. But I don't know if I have the guts to kind of say, all right, I'm all in, let's go. And you got to fly to where? Seattle or Vancouver or
Anchorage.
Where?
Anchorage.
Exactly.
I'm in on cruises, but it would have to be only because I saw
a booze cruise.
Well, it's bougie, the cruise that I'll be going on. Because I saw a commercial for the Ritz-Carlton yacht cruise. Have you seen this thing?
Yacht Rock Radio?
I mean, you talk about living luxurious on a cruise via the Ritz-Carlton. That's what I'm talking about. So I would do that. I think I would do that. Like a Disney cruise or anything like that. I think I'd be out. So put me on the bougiest of levels and get me on that Ritz-Carlton yacht.
Here's the last cruise. Wild Alaska Awaken. Discover secluded landscapes, abundant wildlife, and endless sunlight, all while enjoying effortless elegance aboard.
Look at this. On the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, they're going to Alaska. So we can go together. Look at that.
Yeah, but you
want
to go to the Caribbean.
I would like to go to the Caribbean. They've got one in. There we go.
Rothman and Ice, crossing voyages.
Mediterranean might
next
be the one.
On the fan.
But I'd be in TLC. Give me on the Ritz-Carlton cruise.
That boat is ridiculous.
See, now you're seeing the vision. This is where we need to be.
The yacht collection.
Yeah, talk about it. I saw a commercial for that the other day, and I'm like, that's
bucket list stuff. I would do that.
Yeah, see, living luxurious on that thing.
Like they got a couple just random radio hosts on there, or do you think it's all couples?
Probably couples.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
We talked about it on our show. Thought we'd want to be a part of it.
Download the app.
Yeah.
Download the app.
We want luxury on an intimate scale.
Wherever you get
Rothman
your
and
podcasts, you can find us.
That is your in or out of the day.
I kind of am in on that.
Yeah. The Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection.
I liked your topic, AR. I thought that was interesting.
An intimate journey.
Cameron Brink is engaged to a guy who is taller than her.
That's okay.
So he's
that makes sense.
Only a couple inches, though. I think if she throw on some heels, she might tip the scales a little bit.
But like Maddie said, at that height, is not. That's why I'm saying for you, I would not think that if she was 6'5", it would be that noticeable.
No, it wouldn't. With me, it's like, who's our nephew?
Who's that basketball player in this tournament? Is it for Florida, the backup center? 7'9"?
Oh, yeah.
Either Oliver, Olivier.
Yeah. He's 7'9".
Yeah, that's correct.
He doesn't.
And he doesn't play.
Yeah.
No, he just chills.
He must not be able to move.
What's his dorm room looking like? Like 3 queens put together, queen size beds. Like he's got to have a custom room and bed, I would think.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He's got to bend over just to get in the room.
I think there is a company that does that, though, for the NBA. Like, there's a whole bunch of just oversized mattresses for NBA players in different hotel rooms.
Jordan's 6'6".
Yeah.
And when he came to Chicago and he bought his first Ferrari, it was a Testarossa, and he had them they had to remove the seat and custom it where he could fit in the
Those
sports.
knees wouldn't be all jacked up. Yeah, I get it.
All right, we're going to come back in 2 minutes for the Dinger Draft. What's on the line? You'll find out next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan. At Germain Honda of Dublin, they get it. Nobody grows up dreaming of driving a minivan, but it's hard to argue with unbeatable versatility. Enter the Honda Odyssey, packed with space, comfort, and family-friendly features that make life easier. And if you want efficiency, Germain Honda has you covered with great incentives on hybrid favorites like the CR-V, the Civic, and the Accord. Shop Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270 and at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If your garage floor has stains, cracks, or even the dreaded bad epoxy job, maybe one you tried to do yourself, maybe one you paid for and it didn't work out, it can make your entire garage look bad. Let's be honest about it. And maybe those botched garage floor coatings that you've had in the past have put you off of ever getting it fixed. Well, my friends, let me tell you, the people at Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings want you to know there is a fix out there. They can make your garage floor gleaming, glistening, look like a new car showroom. You call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they will come out with their pros, no subcontractors, and install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in just one day. Yeah, this floor is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or even show tire lift like epoxy or paint can. Never going to have that problem with Comer & Cross. Call them today, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. It's that easy. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or you go to comercross.com. That's COMER cross.com. Get a new garage floor with Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings today.
Tell Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit telohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Ohio is open to all in central and southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right. It's opening day with one game.
Let's go.
Does that really count?
It counts, but I'm like,
if a game happens and we're not watching, did it really happen? It's not open. It's not the official opening day. I mean, I know it counts, but
the fact that it's March is nuts to me, and this thing's going to end in what, 7 months?
They start too early and end too late.
Yeah,
but the owners aren't going to complain because they want more games, more money, more concessions, more tickets, and all that. I get that.
I agree with you, though, AR. Tomorrow is the real vibe, the real juice of baseball's officially back. Reds hosting the Red Sox at 4, and then the Guardians are out there in Seattle taking on the former Guardian and Josh Naylor and the Mariners. So that'll be a late night start for you Guardian fans. But yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of everything going. Like, it's a cool week with all the hockey going on, Sweet 16, Major League Baseball officially back. And so, yeah, I'm here for it. I'll be locked in tonight for sure to see what Aaron Judge and the gang can do out there in the Bay.
All right, so we each get 5 guys. This is total home runs hit for the season, and the loser, takes the other guy to a meal of food wherever he wants?
I'm down for
These
that.
These kind of stack up, these bets that never get paid, so this one has to get paid, right? I mean,
here for it. Yeah.
I've got Kansas City Chiefs hoodie still on order, still on back order, apparently, from a Super Bowl from 2020.
That's all me and CB.
I've got a meal of food coming from Fish when his Illini scored more than 10 against the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
I told him they would.
Yeah.
It was close for a half.
Just kind of what we do around here.
Well, let's not be that.
All right, we'll get a meal in. We'll get a meal in. We'll get a meal in for sure. Oh. Okay.
That'll get you in the mood.
It'll be interesting to see what Netflix has cooked up music-wise tonight on their broadcast. Like, I'm just curious to see what that's going to look and sound like over there. Elle Duncan leaves SportsCenter and ESPN. She's going to be one of the main in-studio hosts over there. So, yeah, we'll see. Look.
You know me, I've warmed, or maybe I haven't really sweetened on it, but I've kind of de-soured on the Amazon music. I'm not as I just had to accept it. With all that money and all the access they have to people that could make themes, I thought the Amazon NFL theme really fell.
You thought it was mid?
Yeah, I just thought that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do who gets the TLC. How are you going to determine who gets the first pick?
I've already done the random wheel generator. We got Ice, then me, then Rothman in the first round.
Okay. So I'm on the clock?
Yeah, you are.
I'm off the clock.
Shouldn't take long.
All rise. Put me down for number 99. Aaron Bleepin Judge. Next. See, this is what I would do, AR, if I had the first pick of the NFL draft.
No, you want people to talk about you and your squad forever.
But yeah, I'm not messing around. Give me Aaron Judge.
My number one pick is still out there, so I'm taking him. Shohei Ohtani.
Okay. All right.
So I get 2 now.
It's not a snake draft.
Wait a minute.
We have an odd number.
So I don't get 2 picks, and then it doesn't go to. Then it goes back to you, and then Maddie.
You do get back-to-back picks, but that's just because it worked out that way. But go for it.
Well, listen. I don't want to make up the rules myself. If you guys feel like,
we are already halfway through the segment, and we've only made 2 picks.
Should I get 1 pick or 2?
Go back to back.
No, go back to back.
All right. So you have Judge, and he has Shohei.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Schwarber.
Okay.
And give me. I hate to go back to this because could he really do it again? But it might be okay. I'm not going to take your guy because I think I know where you'd be going. I'm going to take Cal Raleigh.
Okay.
Ice, you got the next pick.
I am going to take Juan
I knew it.
Soto.
That was your guy. I knew it.
So I'm double dipping in Gotham City. Judge.
Mets and Yanks.
And Juan Soto. Dingers everywhere.
All right.
I'm not taking his guy either.
But who's my guy? Now you guys got me curious.
Oh, his guy was Soto.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, I know another guy.
Yeah, you have another guy.
Yeah, there's another guy.
I'm not gonna take.
He's on my fantasy team.
I'm going to take a guy who I think was a rookie last year, did a tremendous job. I believe he had a 4-homer game. I'm taking Nick
Kurtz.
1, 2, 3. Kurtz.
Yeah, it's a good call. Okay. Not bitter about it.
Oh, and it's me again. Hello. I'm going to go with somebody.
He gets 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each
making sure.
Each round is randomly generated. I'm going to go with a guy who had a hell of a World Baseball Classic and had a pretty good season last year.
Good call.
I'm picking up the momentum of one Tampa Bay Ray, Junior Caminero.
Yeah, good pick.
The Guardians gave up for nothing.
All right, who's up next?
You are, my friend.
All right, so I can't decide whether I want to go classic home run guy or a guy that I've been thinking of this season. And the 2 guys that I'm thinking of would be either Brent Rooker or Pete Alonso.
Okay, the polar bear out there in the land of crab cakes.
And I'm going to go. So this would be I have 2 guys right now. This would be my 3rd pick.
Yes.
All right, give me Pete Alonso.
Okay.
Baltimore.
Ice, then me, then Rothman.
All right. So I've got Judge and Soto. Feeling good about that.
Strong.
Yeah, strong payroll there, too.
All good. Ain't my money. I'm going to go with...
Maybe Juan will tweak something. We never know.
Come on, man. We don't need that. We don't need that energy. Come on, man. I need positivity. The next guy I want to pick is actually playing in tonight's game.
But who is playing tonight?
The Yankees and the Giants.
And the Giants, okay.
Jung-Ho Lee.
Oh, you're not going to take another one of your fantasy players, are you? Are you going to take Devers?
Yeah, I'm taking Devers.
Okay.
I'm taking Rafael Devers.
Oh, my guy.
Give me Rafael Devers for the San Francisco
He's a malcontent.
Giants. All right. So I'm up again.
No, I am.
Wait. Oh.
Each round is random. We had an odd
Why
number.
haven't I got to pick twice yet?
Maddie, I don't understand why this each round, it should have gone.
I'll tell you why.
All right, go ahead.
Here's why. Because we have an odd number of rounds.
Okay.
So if we do a snake draft, it's going to get cut off at a weird time. Okay. That's going to screw whoever would have been due up for the 6th round.
So I was the first pick of the 2nd round. Is what you're saying. Okay.
Yes. I see the vision now. I got
that
Thank you.
Okay.
I am going to go.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go with somebody who I think, I got 2 guys who I think are really, really intimidating in the batter's box. You can tell.
Just strapping young lads.
Exactly. They're huge. And so you know that they can cover the entire plate.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
Perhaps. Haven't seen it. I got 2 guys. One guy's an injury threat, so I'm going to lay off of Yordan Alvarez, but I love him. I'm going to go with Matt Olson.
I like that.
It's a great pick from the Braves. I actually had him on my radar.
I like that.
Am I up now?
I believe it's your turn.
This will be my fourth pick?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to potentially steal a guy.
Don't do it to me.
Because he's on my fantasy team. He's in the right ball yard. He had a great WBC. I'm going to take Eugenio Suarez.
Hey.
All right.
That's good, man. Yes.
It's you.
You know
Rothman,
what?
you're on deck.
There was once a head coach by the name of Bruce Arians.
Mm-hmm.
That says sometimes, AR,
wide ass open.
You got to risk it for the biscuit.
That's right. So
scared money don't make no money. TLC scared? I'm not.
You're taking him?
Yordan Alvarez, come on down. Welcome to the squad.
All right, this final round will be Rothman, then Ice, then me.
All right, my last pick. So I've got 4 guys in mind.
Okay.
2 of them play on my fantasy team. Okay. 2 of the 4. So those would be Ronald Acuna Jr. and Julio Rodriguez. The other 2 I'm thinking of would be Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Oh.
Or was that an ooh as in you didn't think about that? Or
correct.
Okay, perfect. I want a natural reaction. Because if he's going to naturally enhance my team, then I may have to take him. And the other one was a guy I picked up late in fantasy last year, Matt. Matty knows this. He was on a heater, was Joe Adell.
I like that.
Yeah,
he's got pop.
He's a masher.
So you get 1 pick right here?
I have 1 pick.
Okay.
Nobody has Tucker, right?
No one has Kyle Tucker.
No, out there with the Dodgers now in that lineup with Mookie and Shohei and Freddie. Nice little ballpark out there.
Yeah, do I take Kyle Tucker? To me, it's coming down between Kyle and Vlad.
I would go Kyle.
You leaning me there as a friend, or are you leaning me there
I'm always here for you as a friend.
Vlad.
I'm always here for you as a friend. You know that. That's never.
But what about as a competitor?
Listen, I'm always here for you.
All right. His reaction to Vlad was great. But I'm going to take Kyle Tucker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. I didn't think he was going to do it.
Yeah.
I have no choice now.
Yeah.
Left the door open?
Yeah, I have no choice now. I got to go Vladdy.
All right.
I'm going Vladdy.
All right.
Make yours.
I'm going to close this out with the guy who had a pretty good year last year. The analytics nerds are getting excited because they moved the fences in left center and right center and are predicting a massive increase in home runs. And I'm biased because he's married to a Dublin girl. I'm going to go with Vinny Pasquantino.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going with Bobby
Witt
Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right, so there it is.
All right, there's the Dinger draft.
Dinger draft is done.
Here are the rules. The loser buys the other 2 the meal.
Fair.
You just can't lose.
Fair.
You don't have to win. Just don't lose.
Okay.
I'm in.
Deal.
So wherever the 3 of us go, the guy who has the least amount of home runs for the season, he's buying.
All right.
Done.
All right.
I like this.
Done and done.
All right, we got a Buckeye Bulletin up next. We'll set the scene for Pro Day, and then top of the hour, our guy Bobby Carpenter, who is there and was there, will join us. Stay close. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
The Reds are on the radio.
And he caught it. No way. What a grab. Noelvi Marte.
Ellie De La Cruz is on his horse, and they're waving him to the house.
Suarez swings. He drives this. It is gone. Eugenio Suarez puts the Reds on top.
The quest for October baseball begins Thursday. It's opening day. Hear all the action on your home of the Reds.
For more than 25 years, Brothers Roofing and Construction has been serving Central Ohio with dependable roofing, siding, and exterior repairs. We do the job right. We communicate effectively and stand behind our work. So when quality matters, call Brothers Roofing and Construction.
Thursday is Reds opening day, and that means free Coney Day at Skyline Chili. Hit your neighborhood Skyline to get a free cheese coney with any beverage purchase all day Thursday. 1 free coney per person per visit at participating Skyline locations.
Hothead Burritos' new Abrazo fish taco is in season. Wild-caught Alaskan pollock, creamy queso, zesty Southwest sauce, and cool avocado lime. Catch your new Abrazo fish taco now for a limited time at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
It's Timmy Hall here with Gordon Miller, founder of Miller Lending. Now, Gordon, I remember hearing of your no-cost mortgages back in 2008 when I was on the air in Raleigh-Durham. So what brings you to Central Ohio?
Hey, Tim. Small world, isn't it? But we saw Columbus as the perfect market to offer our no-closing cost mortgage product. With a growing population and relocations, it was similar to our original decision to expand into Raleigh back in '96.
Well, I got to see firsthand how well it worked in Carolina. So how about explaining to our listeners how it truly has no closing cost associated?
That's right, Tim. Way back in 1987, I found a way to do mortgages without using the standard method of buying the rate down with thousands of dollars in various costs. Rates were volatile, much like they are today, and folks were stuck at higher rates because it simply cost too much to refinance. There had to be a better way, and we think we found it.
That was Gordon Miller, founder of Miller Lending, the home of the no-cost loan. Give him a call, 877-9-NO-COST, or online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 2502146.
Don't miss the Floor Madness outlet sale at Right Rug Flooring. Save up to 80% on truckloads of floors and more, including tiles starting at 19 cents a square foot, and a massive selection of laminate, luxury vinyl, and carpet, all drastically reduced. Save up to 80% during the Floor Madness outlet sale at Right Rug Flooring on Poth Road in Whitehall. 24-month special financing is available with approved credit. Hurry, the Floor Madness outlet sale ends March 30th. Dealers welcome.
Is 2026 the year you achieve your health goals? The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army, our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Morning Juice is now on YouTube, weekday mornings starting at 6. If you're a fan of Bobby Carpenter, he's ready to attack and dominate. If you're a fan of Jeff Gutoff, drive directly to a hospital. Seriously, The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 4 windows and get 4 free plus an extra 10% off from windownation.com.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. Pro Day, Ohio State. We'll have Carp hopefully up here in about 12 minutes. And we'll have him break it down what he saw. I'll give you this. Bobby said this on the air yesterday. He was looking forward to seeing who would be there. Mm-hmm. So I woke up today and popped on ESPN and saw Louis Riddick there. He was doing his live reports right from the indoor.
He's awesome, man. Louis Riddick's
So it was great. But as far as the teams, so when you have 4 guys that are lock first rounders, then all of a sudden you're going to have a lot of eyes. So it looks like the Steelers sent their GM and Mike McCarthy.
So
now these guys were credentialed.
Omar coming?
We'll ask Bobby. Yeah, Omar, Shaka, and so the Jets sent their GM and their head coach Aaron Glenn. The Dolphins sent their GM.
Aaron Glenn.
The Bills sent their GM and head coach Joe Brady. The Giants GM and head coach. So your guy was here.
Shane and is Harbaugh. Shane still the GM? He's still there, right? Joe Shane. Okay, yeah.
Did the Titans send their offensive coordinator?
Joe Shane. It's an old reference. I just thought somebody might get it out there.
Hey, as long as one person out there got it.
As long as one pair of ears got that, I'm good.
And that was a song, right? That wasn't a movie.
That's right. It was a song.
Okay.
Commanders sent their GM and head coach Dan Quinn. Saints sent Kellen Moore. Do you know Kellen Moore was here? I met Kellen Moore for the first time.
Was there a second time?
When he was... that's a good point. It really was. I met him once when he was coming out of Boise State, and he was being honored at the Touchdown Club of Columbus. And I hosted with my wonderful departed friend Demetrius Stanley, and we had Kellen Moore with us right out of Boise in 2011.
That's really cool.
He was here. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Now he's back. How many years later? 15 years later.
Head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
I remember, AR, when a couple of my good friends were being recruited by Bowling Green. And they invited them, and, I got to tag along. I got to go for the parties and everything that night. You know what I'm saying? I got to mooch off those guys for a weekend. But that game that they invited them to was against Boise State, when Boise State was at the peak of their powers, right? Whereas Kellen Moore and all those guys were cooking. And seeing that in person was different, man. They blitzed Bowling Green, but I got to see him play at the Doyd up there in person. I was like, oh, yeah, this dude's for real. This dude's absolutely for real. So watching him go from what he was as a player to where he is now as a head coach is pretty cool. And he's got to be encouraged about some of the things that they saw from Tyler Shuck at the end of the year. So adding whatever they want to add from Ohio State to that mix with Olave down there, there's obviously always some good things to like up here in Columbus. And no surprise to hear those names are here and representing their franchises.
Everybody's got a mock draft out there. I saw Sports Illustrated had a post-free agency mock draft. And here's why I've been asking this question. I don't think it's going to happen, but I've asked everyone that's come on, how close has Sonny made this race between he and Arvell Reese?
Yeah.
And I just looked at SI's mock draft, and the first Buckeye they have off the board is Sonny Styles to the Giants at 5.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all when you look at Harbaugh and the identity of his teams, both his brothers' teams. It was tough, rugged teams to go up against, but specifically John, like his track record as a head coach and the linebackers that he's coached, right? He saw Ray Lewis up close and personal and a lot of those elite linebackers over the years in Baltimore. So falling in love with Sonny Styles as a prospect and as a dude from everything you hear about him in the meetings, there's clearly a ton to like there. So dropping him into that defense out there in New York, man, I think he'd hit the ground running in the Big Apple.
Did you guys ever see Ford versus Ferrari, the movie?
That's Brad Pitt?
No, he's in F1. Ford versus Ferrari is Matt Damon and our Batman.
Christian Bale?
Yeah. So he plays this driver named Ken Miles who's doing the 24-hour Le Mans, and he's in a Ford GT, and he's trying to take down Ferrari. And Ford is more interested in, if he's going to win, to have all the Ford GTs come in at the same time. It's a very, honestly, kind of a sad, superficial deal.
Okay.
But because Ken had such a big lead on the rest of the pack, and the stupid marketing guy said, wouldn't it be great if they came in like Ford. And so they had to line up at the end. And I just started thinking, like, the Buckeyes might have a 24-hour Le Mans type of finish if this happens. And I'm only bringing it up because the SI draft. The SI mock draft has Sonny going 5 to the Giants, Carnell Tate going 6 to the Browns, Caleb going 7 to Washington, and Arvell going 8 to the Saints. Buckeye. It'd be just like Ford versus Ferrari, and we just added one.
That almost has to be on purpose.
That will not happen. No, I don't think they did that intentionally.
Oh, you think that's lazy mock drafting?
No,
I think they're trying to, like, well, hey, maybe unintentionally, but I think there's, like, the fairy tale story crept its way into the draft where it's like, man, how cool would it...
You lined up 4 of them in a row?
Yeah, where it's like in their minds, it would make sense to do that, but they also want that to be the case in a way.
Boy, the odds of that happening, I think, are pretty slim.
And none.
Yeah, 4 in a row. I don't think that would happen. But this is how they have it lined up.
Okay. Those guys are going to hear their names called very, very early here. A few weeks over there in Pittsburgh. So can't wait to see the scene of that. I want you guys to check out the scene up there at the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, because if you're in the business of finding yourself a new car, get on up there to the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. I was just there on Saturday with the fan, and my goodness, the hospitality is through the roof, and the deals are absolutely incredible. They've got 200 new vehicles on their website for you to check out right now. A 2026 Silverado 1500 is waiting for you, and you can lease it for $279 a month for 24 months with only $3,998 due at signing, or you can save up to $12,000 off MSRP if you finance. Terms and restrictions apply. The McDaniel GM Superstore has been a family-run company for years and years and years, so they know exactly what they're doing, and they're going to have something that is going to get you on the road and feeling good about yourself. So, again, get on up to the McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
All right, top of the hour. We'll dip in over at Pro Day, and we'll answer a couple questions that you're probably wondering about. Did any current Buckeyes help their guys go into the NFL and compete today at Pro Day? And maybe a couple of the guys that you don't know about. Did they impress? We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. No takers? Yeah, I didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients right here in Columbus, they're getting relief right now, feeling younger and jumping back into life full speed ahead, and that didn't happen in an operating room. My friend Dr. Ray Tesner and his team use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need the relief the most. This is how I was treated. I had a knee issue. I went in there. We had a consultation. I went through a series of treatments. And you know what? After a handful of months, my knee started feeling better and better until I was able to get out there and do the things I loved again. It's all true. It's all real. The sooner you get started, the sooner your inflammation eases and the sooner you'll start feeling better again. So find out if you're a candidate at your free consultation at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I talk to you about Weed Man every year. Why? Simple. Number one, I use it. Number two, it works. You want to get those lawn roots thick, baby, because when that happens, they resist weeds, disease, and insects, and they're using top-of-the-line stuff. We're talking golf course quality. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will take care of you. Proudly serving Central Ohio and our Dayton friends. Call your local office, 614-733-3747, weedman.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats. Looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible. And I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
Visit Rosati Windows and get 35% off all windows and doors by March 31st.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Take your
shot to save at Great Lakes Hyundai. Shoot the hoop to get extra savings on your new car purchase. On top of big shot savings like 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucson's for up to 5 years. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or GLakesHyundai.com. With First Credit, some customers may not qualify. First to cruise during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's Best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/31.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Maybe it was a family vacation or a school field trip. But there you were, standing in awe at a national park. We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. More than 150 NFL executives and coaches are in Columbus today for Ohio State football's Pro Day, watching 17 Buckeyes work out ahead of the NFL Draft. ESPN's Mel Kiper projects 4 Buckeyes going in the first round of the NFL Draft in April. NHL Blue Jackets up to second in the Metro Division at 87 points after Tuesday's 3-2 win at the Flyers. They visit the Canadiens Thursday at 7. MLB, the season starts tonight as the Yankees and Giants clash at 8:05 from San Francisco. New York announced Cy Young winner Garrett Cole will start the season on the 15-day IL coming off Tommy John surgery. Tomorrow, the Reds host the Red Sox at 4:10, while the Guardians travel to the Mariners at 10:10. This update sponsored by Green & Sons. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville, and online at greenandsons.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
You could basically hold the draft in Columbus today if you wanted to, or at least the top half of the first round, because anybody who's anybody is there, and including our guy, Bobby Carpenter, the former Buckeye great himself. And nice enough to give us 2-a-days. He was with us yesterday, but today is the day, Bob, over there. And so I guess the first question I would have for you is, did anybody do anything you weren't expecting? Did anybody not work out or work out that you felt didn't need to? What's your headline?
I think, Ross, and all these guys are here. Like you said, the NFL world is a center. To quote you, anybody can get in on that. So plenty of guys are here, ready to rock. Not a lot of guys ran as far as testing stuff. You know, some of the guys redid some things from the combine. Sonny Styles, you know, just around, like Arvell did the D-line drills. Max Clare, C.J. Donaldson were throwing. What was interesting, like Julian was throwing to him. Then they also threw Tavian out there a little bit and let him throw some balls, which was nice to see, to let the young fella go out there and spread his wings a little bit. But I want to say uneventful. I don't think that's fair, but there just wasn't nearly as much activity. Like Caleb Downs, I think, was probably one of the featured guys that everybody was waiting for to do some position drills, and he did that. He didn't run or anything, but he went out there and did position drills, and I guess maybe answered some questions about that potentially arthritic knee.
Have there been any 40s ran today? You broke up a little bit, Bob, so maybe you mentioned it, but anybody out there, running 40s yet or already done that?
Yeah, they're about done, guys.
Okay.
Like this is one of the fastest pro days that they've ever had. So it's pretty much done. Not a lot of 40s ran. I'm trying to think who all ran 40s.
But Carnell did not.
Carnell did not run a 40. No, that is accurate.
Okay.
All right, so it was probably maybe a lineman or the interior lineman or somebody that probably hadn't.
It was like I think Caden Curry maybe ran 40s, but it was mostly some of the linemen and guys that maybe didn't invite or didn't really run all that well. But the 40 action was not necessarily really a featured deal, and really most of the drill work or the timing work as far as agility stuff wasn't. It was people were here to see the guys move around and actually do their position drills.
So SportsCenter's doing a live hit right now from the Woody, and Louis Riddick is up there, and they were throwing up some highlights of today, and some of the highlights were Sonny Styles talking to John Harbaugh. And so when you look at Sonny, whether it's like the Titans, Bob, or maybe the Giants at 5, do you think there is maybe a better fit between the two? Or you look at Tennessee and the G-Man and say, man, he can go into both those systems and ball out right away?
It's interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine who is a GM that was there, and he goes, they're picking in the top 10 near the back half. He goes, we have 4-year guys that are all in our top 10. He goes, so we would feel comfortable taking any of them. And I'm like, I look at him, it's like as if there was like mystery to who those 4 guys were, and I kind of laughed with him about it. But it's like, I love your guys, and they draft a lot of Ohio State Buckeyes as it is, but it wouldn't surprise me, to see him go either place. Like, Sonny was talking, and then Lorenzo was also talking. Senior, we're both talking to Aaron Glenn. I talked to AG, about those guys as well, and they're just, picking brain, trying to figure out, guys who they know, and like, what's your take on where they could be, what they could do, and is they better at this versus that? And so just trying to find those little differences, as much as it is for anything. A lot of the scouts come back, and in this case, it's GMs and a lot of head coaches, and they just want to try to find some other eyes and talk a little bit more through of how they envision these guys being deployed.
Bob, when you remove the big 4, did Caden McDonald do anything today that you thought impressed people, or did you get any response on whether he will sneak into the first round?
It's always interesting. I talked to some guys about him. I thought he looked good physically. Like, he came in weight-wise, looked really good. And then he, I think, ran a 40. He maybe just ran 1. But he did all the D-line drills. So you had him and Arvell, Caden, those guys all doing some of the D-line stuff. And I thought he moved really well. I mean, obviously he's like he's an interior guy versus an edge guy. And so you watch it and you're like, wow, like he doesn't look near as flashy as like Arvell or Caden. But I think he showed that he looked powerful. He looked explosive. His film is really damn good. And they just want to watch him then move and how does he bend and how does he turn. And I think he answered some of those questions.
Let's go back to Julian, because you mentioned he was out there spinning it a little bit. I guess my question is, Bob, like, what's the body type looking like going into year 2? Because it's always been a thing here in Columbus, right? You get on the Body by Maradi program, and Schleggs is over there doing some good stuff too. But like QB1, how's he looking physically? Is there a notable difference to maybe his body right now?
Yeah, he's got that nice feathered hair like a young Anthony Rothman out there. It's looking good. It's physically, I mean, he looks the part. He looks better. He looks better throughout the off season. He came on the Buckeye cruise. I joke with him about having his shirt on. I'm like, my man Tony Romo, we'd go on vacation, he'd never take his shirt off, and people keep asking the pictures why he had it on. So, like, let's pop that shirt and let's go a little bit. But you can see just the physical maturity from him aging, from him being in that program, from him working hard and developing that. And I think it shows just when you watch guys move, they've got that little extra level of pop, that little extra burst that maybe they didn't have, a year or two before.
We were talking with our friend Bobby Carpenter, former first-round pick himself. I remember being at your pro day. You did run a 40, right?
I did everything.
I thought
didn't
you
do
did
anything at the combine.
That's right.
It was a long day for me. I was gassed, man. Afterwards, I went and got really drunk at Applebee's, so it was a good day.
I think that's their slogan. Come get drunk at Applebee's.
It said take 2.
That's right. They're small. All right, so when you did your pro day, and like you said, you had a full day, when you left there, did you just go with how you felt about it, or did you talk to people right away and said, hey, how did you hear? How did you think they thought I did? Or what were you thinking when you left your pro day?
Oh, man, it's like Little League tryouts, man. I mean, that's all. It's basically what it is. So you're asking, hey, how did I look in this? How did I look in that? And like, oh, you look good. You look good here. So what are people getting my time? What are my times? And, you kind of, thankfully, we had some coaches that, had friends that were in the NFL that knew a lot of NFL, execs. I think we had 5 head coaches that were there. And they would come up and talk to you a little bit. And it's like, how'd you think? Like, oh, you were looking good in this. We like that today. Okay. But you want to, you're an athlete. You want feedback. Like, you want to know whether you won or lost today. And part of it was your times are going to tell you that. But then also, how did I look in the drills? And for me, like I said, I did everything. And so part of it was like, I'm coming off a broken ankle. People want to see that you can physically handle that. How do you move? And are you in good shape? And so I joked, they had, Arvell just did the D-line drills. So Joey Valaquez was doing the linebacker drills. It was just him. And I told James, I'm like, if he needed another body out there to go through it just to give him some rest, buddy, you know my number. Like, let's get in this and let's get rolling. Like, me and Schleich could pop out there right now.
Oh, my God. What I would like to see is maybe like the old practice. What was the old kind of practice thing you guys did? Like the piggyback a guy down the field or whatever, right?
Gosh. When Schleich was carrying me, his gut was hanging out, and
it was amazing.
I was all sweaty. Oh, so sweaty on his back. Like, it was when you have two dudes stacked on each other with no shirts on. I don't know why Tress would ever let you guys into the.
Oh, I love Tress.
And Fick would always say, Fick's like, hey, it's media day. Keep your shirts on. But like halfway through, you're exhausted. You're incredibly tired, and you're sweaty. You're hot. So you just take that thing off. And, next thing you know, there might be a picture in the dispatch of me just getting I was, like, laughing, too. I'm smiling in the picture. It looks really weird because Rothman, I know you're familiar with, like, the skin squeegee sounds. And I'm, like, sliding up and down on Schleig's back. And, like, I think
it was rhythmic. You guys had a good rhythm going down the field.
There was definitely some good rhythmic slapping going on, to say the least.
I was after you guys did that. So, Maddie, they did this piggybacking down the field where one player would mount another and they'd go down the field, and then
100 yards, man. It was a long.
It was
way.
amazing.
Yeah,
and so that night on Channel 6, when I was anchoring sports, my producer was our mutual friend Jim Grogan, Newark Catholic, J.D. Graham's finest, and I said,
Maddie, he's the one-eyed bandit. If you
oh, God.
So
okay, now
JG, so he's the producer of my show, and I said, hey, let's show them carp getting piggybacked on the field, and I go, why don't I'll piggyback you, and you take me down to the studio to anchor the sports. It's one of my favorite videos ever. I'll have to show it to you. But
I want to see that.
I learned from greatness. Well, as you said,
we're talking about doing the news, Rothman, and you're over here playing hee-haw, okay? Like, let's go.
Billy Bob cried because he's a crier, and Tweeter drinks beers because, Tweeter drinks beer. So I'm happy you had a great pro day. Thank you for this. But you said Caleb, to your eyes, Caleb did do something to show these people that he felt he put his knee on display a little bit, or no?
Yeah, I asked guys, I'm like, hey, what's the deal with this? And anybody that I talked to, and there was 2 or 3 teams that had top 10 picks, they like kind of rolled their eyes, like, dude, this is much ado about nothing. They're like, unless he comes out here and has a limp. And he looked good. I got some video. I'll send some vids. You can look at send some links, Rothman. But he looked like you would expect, going through the drills, spinning in and out of cuts. Like, he was everything you wanted him to be.
That's great. All right. You're the best, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for all this. I know you're busy, but great analysis. Buckeyes impressing. That's cool.
I'm everything you want. I'm everything you need. I'm everything inside that you wish you could be, Rothman.
Is that Vertical Horizon? Who is that?
I think you're right, Rothman. Good job.
I think it is. Vertical Horizon. Probably a one-hit wonder. I don't know. Maybe no. The best I ever had was another good song from them, I believe. You and I will relive that later.
I thought that's what was written in your yearbook.
Best I ever had. That's right. A lot of people did write that, I'm sure. We'll do some investigative reporting on that. See you, buddy. Thank you.
All right, just keep it off my face. Have a good one.
See, Bobby brings the inside jokes to the outside.
Oh,
that's the funny part about Bob is I tell him things and they're not safe. I should know better. All right, we're going to come back and the prize, the tickets
to
the CBJ for next week, next Tuesday.
Not the Ritz-Carlton cruise.
Not sending you on the yacht cruise, which, by the way, I've looked into.
You're in
many breaks.
You're in.
And I'll tell you, it's going to happen. All right, we're going to come back with that. So if you've been listening, you'll have a chance to win CBJ tickets against the Hurricanes next Tuesday. We'll do that next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Columbus has a new football team, the Aviators. UFL football lands April 3rd. Be there for our home opener at historic Crew Stadium. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at UFLaviators.com. That's UFLaviators.com. United, we fly.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Thursday is Red's opening day, and that means free Coney Day at Skyline Chili. Hit your neighborhood Skyline to get a free cheese coney with any beverage purchase all day Thursday. One free coney per person per visit at participating Skyline locations.
Forget the pot of gold. Save some green at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% plus no payments for 90 days on select new Kia Sorrentos, Sportages, and Tellurides. Or buy a new 2026 Kia K4 for $279 a month. Visit CoghlanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
0% APR available for 48 months on select in-stock units. 90-day deferred payments. 5 for $279 per month for 84 months at 5.99% APR with approved credit through Kia Finance. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
If your roof is leaking, you don't need a sales pitch. You need answers. I'm Bill Schmidt with Brothers Roofing and Construction, a local certified contractor helping homeowners across central and southern Ohio solve real problems. No pressure, just honest work done right.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Want big flavor and even bigger value? The new $9.99 value meal has arrived at Hothead Burritos. Get your choice of a customized, loaded little burrito or bowl with fresh chips and salsa plus a drink, all for just $9.99 today. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
You and your family are safer when strong leaders stand with law enforcement. That's why, as governor, Vivek Ramaswamy will partner with police to uphold our laws, keep dangerous criminals behind bars, and protect your family. Law enforcement knows Vivek has their back. That's why 65 Ohio sheriffs endorsed him, including Sheriff Stephen Lavorchek.
Safe streets don't just happen. They happen when criminals know tough leaders are in charge. Ohio law enforcement supports Vivek Ramaswamy because Vivek supports us. Vivek will empower police to arrest violent criminals quickly and decisively, putting trained resource officers in every school and restoring law and order statewide, so our families feel secure in our homes and communities. Vivek Ramaswamy backs the blue, so we've got his back for governor all the way.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies and highs getting into the mid-60s, and then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the mid to low 50s. For Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly sunny, warm, and windy with highs getting in the mid to upper 70s. Chances of storms develop late Thursday overnight into Friday, some which could be strong with heavy downpours and gusty winds. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvis weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, The Fan. Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
By the way, the stupidest thing we did was when we mocked the Ohio State piggyback drill, and Grogan carried me to the studio from the newsroom.
Yeah.
We didn't take the elevator. We took the stairs, went into the stairway. If he drops me,
you're cooked.
Over.
Cooked.
Broken back, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was, and it looked like he was kind of, because, you're going downstairs. And it was a little shaky now that I think about it.
You were on his back, is what you're saying.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. If we were in Germany, I'd be making his bed. We're in Italy, so he'd made mine. It's in regulations.
Taken.
All right. No. Take.
Let's go Taken 2.
Tooken? No.
The Equalizer.
No, but a pretty good series.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
The Book of Eli.
No. It's comedy. It's more comedy.
Oh, American Pie.
No.
Coming to America.
Good guess, no.
Friday After Next.
I don't think you're going to get it.
I usually don't.
Yeah. I mean, I like the guesses. They're strong.
Saturday Night Fever.
A comedic
Bill Murray.
Meatball.
Groundhog. No. What was I about? I don't know what I was about to say.
Space Jam.
No.
Space Jam 2.
No, Bill Murray was only in the first one.
He wasn't in the second one. I'm asking genuinely. Was he in the second one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know. I don't remember.
Do you guys know who John Candy was?
Yeah, I love him.
All right. He's the one that's the quote.
Uncle Buck.
No.
Oh, wait, no. You said it was a Bill. Oh, Stripes.
That's right.
There he is.
Ding. Got it.
On guess number 15.
Yeah. No, but you got it, though. But you got it. All right.
It's why it's your thing.
So, Maddie,
why it's my thing.
read them and weep. Do the tickets.
Oh,
do you want to take calls now, or do you want to do it during the break?
I'll take calls now.
Excuse me, stewardess. Is there a movie on this flight?
Same movie. Great job.
Thank you.
We're giving away right now, folks. A pair of tickets to see your Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Hurricanes March 31st at Nationwide. And you can learn how you could join the Jackets on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Montreal. Details at 971thefan.com. But what we're going to do now is knock out this pair of tickets to see the Jackets take on the Hurricanes on the 31st at Nationwide. I believe you have the question for our wonderful listeners.
Yeah, so the question is, how did I tease the Ohio State segment in the first hour?
Okay.
What did I say going into that break? Hoping people would come back if I just said this.
614-821-9710 is TLC's hotline number.
All right, we'll see.
Get on in here. We got some good. Our listeners are amazing, so somebody's absolutely locked into this.
We're not giving away the Rothman and Ice luxury cruise liner.
No, we're just
to the Alaskan wilderness.
I want you to do this.
I am going to do this. I'm going to look into doing that.
Yeah, for the folks that don't know what we're talking about earlier, we brought up cruises, and I was like, hey, I'm kind of in on it, but I would be absolutely in on the Ritz-Carlton luxury cruise experience. And you were looking up some of the stuff on their website, because you had mentioned, hey, maybe I'll go on a cruise to Alaska and all that type of stuff. They're going there.
I'd like to.
They're going there. That's on there.
And they're going on this yacht.
Yeah.
And this is the retirement bucket list. This is what you do.
This is what you deserve.
Yeah, I'm doing
Rothman. This is what you deserve.
That's right.
Kick your feet up, turn the phone off for a couple of days.
Dispatch him into the sea, and he never returns. This is what you deserve. Get everything that you deserve. Hey, there's worse ways of going.
You darn right about that.
All right, so hopefully somebody will come up with that answer.
Oh, listen, our folk, I'm telling you, our listeners are locked in. Can't doubt our listeners.
Looking at
Best of
Bucky,
the best. Go ahead,
Bucky
sorry.
Brooks' mock draft.
What's he got going on?
Let's check his Buckeyes out.
Former North Carolina Tar Heel.
He's got
What's Bucky got?
Arvell going first as the first Buckeye, not overall number.
To the Jets?
No. They're going to take Bailey.
Okay, David
He's
Bailey.
like, if Glenn kind of sticks to the blueprint that helped him in Detroit, he takes Bailey, gives him the pass rusher right out of the gate.
Okay, so David Bailey out of Texas Tech.
Yeah, I mean, remember like Aiden Hutchinson in Detroit, so same kind of thing.
I see the vision.
Now, could still go with Arvell, but he's got Arvell going 3 to Arizona, basically. Well, although if they're going to grab the best player available, by the way, I hate that phrase.
BPA?
Because if you're going BPA at 3, then you got to decide whether you're going BPA on defense or BPA on offense. You can't just tell me. That's why when SportsCenter does this, is Jeremiah Love the best player in the draft? Maybe offensively, they play both sides the last time I checked. Like, why do people say that? Like, if I don't need...
I think when you
unless
look
there's
at,
a big drop-off between the best offensive player and the best defensive player?
Like, I don't know if some of these guys have like a point system for their evaluation, right? And then you go through all the prospects, and if, I don't know, you're Daniel Jeremiah, and you've got Fernando Mendoza graded out as a 91. You've got Arvell Reese graded out as a 92. Maybe they have, like, on their scale, Jeremiah Love at like a 96, 97. And so
what is this, Madden?
That's how they become the best player overall in the draft. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but you do hear that a lot, and that narrative's out there for Jeremiah.
You're right. No, I'm not lying. That stuff's there. It's not just for video games.
Yeah.
It's like blue chip guy, day 1 guy,
For sure.
day 2 guy, day 3 grade. They just don't throw those out there just willy-nilly. All right. So the rest of his draft, let me see if I can find it now. Because he had Arvell going to
Said 3 to Arizona.
Yeah. See, the problem is I've got my luxury cruise liner out now, and
Yeah, you got your credit card information already typed into that thing.
hey, man, I'm
not
gonna get a quote.
I'm not mad at it.
All right, so he's got Arvell going 3 to Arizona.
Okay.
He's got Sonny going 5 to the Giants, pairing him with Tremaine Edmonds. And then, by the way, the rest of that group.
That D-line.
Abdul Carter,
I mean, like, if you're Sonny Styles, that's where you want to go. Because you can have those defensive linemen carving out those lanes for you, right? Where Dexter Lawrence.
Think about that defense.
That's what I'm saying, right? And then, like, you drop him into the second level, let him just run around and knock dudes' faces off. Yeah, if I'm Sonny, I want to go.
I think that's why your boy Johnny was in town.
Yeah, he was
Johnny H.
Talking to the fam and everything, man.
6 to the Browns, Carnell Tate. Playmaker, priority.
Yep. And some form or fashion in the first round, I think it should be O-line wide receiver or wide receiver O-line.
And then Caleb 7 to Washington. But he wouldn't get past them. All right. Who knew that the 2 words I uttered hoping people would just come back if I just said, go Bucks?
All right,
Anybody?
I got 3 people. Michael was one of them.
They all said it correctly.
Yes. Michael... I forget the other 2.
But Michael's the winner.
No, there were a few. I was catching up for last time for earlier in the week.
Oh, you gave away more than 1 pair of tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice of you.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't know if I could do it.
Very proud of you. That's very nice.
Apparently, if you throw out Blue Jacket tickets on the radio, a lot of people will call, so the phones just kept coming. So I'm like, I can catch up for last time.
Or they thought they were winning a cruise.
Or they thought they were winning a cruise because depending on when you were listening to the station, you may have heard, hey, call in to win a cruise. You can actually win the ship.
That's right.
But shout out to
dock
Michael.
it in your pool in your backyard.
Congratulations to Michael. Enjoy the game.
Way to
and
go,
also,
Mike.
Bobby was one of them.
Shout out to Bobby.
Not Bobby Carver.
Bobby Carver.
He was already on the line.
Well, shout out to the other listeners that won the prize as well. We appreciate you.
All right, we're going to come back.
Remember his last name, but not his first
You'll
name.
remember by the time we get out of here.
That's all right. We're on a first
Stu,
name
got it.
basis.
Michael, Bobby, and Stu, you guys are the best. Enjoy.
Hockey and Hounds, Damon Severson, off the big win last night. He joins us in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so I'd like to thank Byrne for seeing me lose 50 pounds with Awaken 180 and deciding to copy off my paper. It's no secret, the program works. Awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, it's important to us that when you call Pella Columbus, you talk to a real person.
You should hear how smooth it is when you call us.
You calling right now?
Yep. Oh, here we go. New windows. No. New window. Operator.
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Spring is hatching at the Columbus Zoo. Join us April 3rd and 4th for Eggs, Paws, and Claws. Snap a pic with the Easter Bunny, meet Egbert, roll into Shelly's Celebration, and crack the clues in the Explore and Find. It's 2 extra fun days you won't want to miss. Get your discounted tickets at Kroger.
It's a new month and a new reason to visit Germain Honda of Dublin. Right now, take advantage of great low rates on select certified pre-owned models all month long. You'll get the reliability you trust, the value you want, and payments that make sense. And the wait is over. The all-new Honda Prelude has arrived with precision suspension and responsive hybrid performance. Great rates, awesome vehicles, only at Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You'd think that dog conversation wouldn't necessarily blend with hockey talk.
And you'd be wrong.
You idiots! Like a fine wine and dark chocolate, it's going down smooth. Rothman and Ice present Hockey and Hounds.
Sponsored by Telhio Credit Union, helping Hounds find a home and helping you finance yours. Get the best rate from Telhio's mortgage experts. Find out more at telhio.org.
Now, joining the Hockey and Hounds League is Jackets blue liner Damon Severson, a man who skates hard so his dog Reggie can have a better life.
All right, it's that time. Hockey and Hounds brought to you by our great friends at Telhio Credit Union. And this man is on one right now. 2 big helpers last night, 23-plus minutes in a big dub for the CBJ. We've got blue liner, our friend Damon Severson, on the hotline. Sevo, great to have you, my man.
Have me, guys.
Thank you. All right, talk to me about this run you guys are on and the confidence and the belief you guys have. I know there was like a playoff atmosphere on the island, and you didn't get that one, but you got this one, and it just seems like every time you guys take the ice, there's a belief you're going to win. And can you feel that right now in the room? Can you describe that to our listeners and the people that love the CBJ, how you guys are feeling every night?
Yeah, you're pretty much bang on with that. We're a confident group. We go into each and every game confident we can win and confident we're going to be able to do the right things. And obviously we are very understanding that, yeah, we're not going to win every game. And we didn't have our best period in the first when we went into Long Island the other night. Even last night, our first period wasn't great in Philly. So for generally speaking, I would say that, you know, we're not going to have our A game every night, and we're not going to play our best every night, but we just got to be able to, you know, sustain other teams' pressure and play a smart brand of hockey. Obviously, we have good goaltending. Jet kept us in it in the first last night, and even in Long Island the other night, too, they had some real good looks. So, you know, and then when we were in Long Island the other night as well, the Islanders goalie stole the game probably for them as well. We had some really good chances in the third to come back in that game. So I think just going back to it, yeah, we're a confident team. We are very confident that we can beat anybody any given night. So just one of those things where we have that swagger right now.
Love to hear it. Sivo, when you guys are rolling the way that you are right now, and then the chatter starts to begin, as you know, about what this could look like the rest of the way, you personally, sitting here right now on the 25th of March, do you allow yourself at all to think about big picture and the postseason or anything like that, or the math it takes to get there? Or is this just a brick by brick, day by day thing for you personally?
Yeah, it's more of a day by day thing. I wouldn't say. I mean, I am a numbers guy. Just kind of naturally, my dad's actually a math teacher, and I'm good with numbers and that sort of thing. But I'm not doing any sort of math on this one. I'm just more focused on winning and trying to get as high in the standings as possible. I don't think we're worried about finishing here or there. We're just worried about every game, just trying to win. And that's kind of, I feel like, as a group, what we're focusing on right now. And I think everybody's got their own ways of looking at things, but no matter how you look at it, as long as we're in the playoffs at the end of the season and we're still going to be playing once the regular season ends, that's the main thing, and anything can happen. So I don't think any of us are really worried about who we're playing or what the situation ends up being. As long as Bones keeps saying, as long as we get that X by our name just to get us in the playoffs, then that's the main goal.
Yes, you guys do control that destiny for sure. You win your games, you don't have to worry about anybody else. But how long after a game like last night do you allow yourself to peek at the standings, or at least find out what happened around the league?
Yeah, I think a lot of the guys are doing that pretty regularly now, and I know we got some scoreboard watchers during the games. We go into some of these buildings and the arenas are showing the out-of-town scores and stuff like that. So I know guys are looking around at that, but I'm more focused on just the task that we have at hand, and I think we had a good Bones put up a good a line last night. We don't have to worry about anybody else helping us. We just help ourselves by winning the games. So again, it's easier said than done. Obviously, we got our work cut out for us. We're playing some real good teams, but we're up to the challenge, and we're, like I said before, we're a confident team. We feel we can beat anybody at any given night if we just play our style of hockey. But at the end of the day, yeah, we're just hopefully going to keep on climbing and keep on winning games and just playing well. And we look forward to obviously finishing off this road trip well, and then getting back home, having a few big back-to-back games this weekend, and then going from there.
Speaking of the road trip, you guys have been in Philly the last couple of weeks, twice now. Have we? Did we tap in at all to any cheesesteaks, Sivo?
Yeah, after the games, I don't know who takes care of it, but yeah, in the dressing room after the games, sometimes they bring in a few cheesesteaks and just kind of the local delicacies, I guess. Like when we're in New York, they have some New York pizza in the room just after the games, and Philly's of cheesesteaks, and the different cities that have their own little things that go along with it. There's always usually something like that in the room after the game, just to touch up there and see if guys are interested in it. But yeah, I've had a couple cheesesteaks over the past few weeks. Can't complain with that.
Which road trip provides the best food, in your opinion?
Good question, actually. It just depends what you're into, I guess. Obviously, different cultures, different road trips. California's got a lot of good Mexican food. You go down south, there's a lot of barbecue, stuff like that. I'm more of I would say I'm more of a lighter side than the barbecue. Like, I really like Mexican food. I like the burritos and like the rice and the taco sort of thing. Out east here is all great. Like, New York's obviously got fantastic food, and I was fortunate enough to play in Jersey for a while and try all the food, but I don't think you go anywhere in the league and complain too much. But there's a plenty of good options all the way around.
You may be too young for this, but in Philly, were you interested in going to do the Rocky Steps at the Art Museum?
I know some guys. I think Fantilli and Sillinger did that last time we were in town here. I've never actually been personally. We had a day off the day before the game in Philly, so a couple days ago, and lots of guys just kind of stroll around, get some fresh air, and some guys go shopping, some guys just go for lunch, some guys get some rest. Everybody's kind of just doing whatever they need to do to get ready. But I think the last time we were here, I do know Sillinger and Fantilli were over at the Rocky Steps. I think they took a couple pictures, and they were interested in that. So I haven't been over there personally, but you'd have to check in with those guys if you get an opportunity to see what they thought of it.
Listen, you guys aren't the ultimate underdog anymore. People look at you as a tough team to go through. Maybe the Rocky Steps were more fitting a month ago or more than that. You say you're a math guy. I'll throw some numbers at you. I believe you guys are 23-4, 20 wins and 3 losses and 4 OTs. Let me ask you about this stretch you're on. Do you remember what Bones said maybe in his first visit with you guys in the room, or the message he said and how much that is playing out right now? I mean, when he took over, you were, I believe, 28th in the NHL. And now you're like currently 8th and you're second in the Metro. And you think about that switch flipping when he came in and what he said and how it's playing out.
Yeah, I do remember a few things he said. And Bones is a huge hockey fan. He's a huge hockey person. Obviously, been around the game for years. And one of the things he said, just from being an outsider watching us play, and just kind of seeing our style of play and the players we have, is he just came in and he goes, "You guys are a good team. Like, you guys just need to clean up a few things here and there. And we gotta play defense first, and the offense is going to take care of ourselves." So the two things that I remember specifically was him reiterating how good of a team we are and how confident he was in us that we're going to be able to turn things around. And then just, not worrying about the offense, just focusing more on the defensive side of the puck and trying to keep the puck out of our net first. We're going to have to play defense, see ourselves in the playoffs. So we've done a good job of that recently, and he has been right. Obviously, we've bought into that, and we have to continue to do that. I think we're down to, the last 10, 11 games here. So we're going to have to continue to play solid defensive hockey, and we have the players and we have the skill to let the offense take care of itself. But as long as we do a good job defensively and kind of that message that he's given us every day, I think that's going to be the most important thing. And you can kind of tell we've bought into that more. And like I said, our goaltending has been real solid for us, but as long as we can play solid D and not give up the grade A chances where we have to our goalies have to bail us out, it's going to be key. So those are the couple things that were the most important that stuck out to me the most, and we bought into that.
Yeah. And Jet was great last night. You're right. He was and by the way, coming up with that huge save on the penalty shot early, that stuff is incredible. All right, let me tell you about a couple of dogs that we've talked about in the past. You may remember back in January, probably mid-January, those bonded twins, the Border Collies, from my friends at New Albany Pet Rescue, Luna and Finley. They've both been adopted, so fantastic. The dog that we talked about last week, Sterling, still needs a foster and a forever home. So if people want to go to napetrescue.org, napetrescue.org, take a look at Sterling and the others and see if you can provide a loving home for him or others. The dog that I'm going to pitch today is from my friends at Gigi's, the wonderful shelter in Canal, gigis.org. And this dog is Mango. Mango is a big, goofy, like hound dog. I love him. Heart of gold for sure. Loves to go on walks. We like to put a front attaching harness on him. Since he's a little bit bigger boy, he's probably about 65 pounds, but he loves leaning in for attention like they all do and being near his people. When he settles in indoors, he doesn't seem to have many cues right now in his bag, but that doesn't mean he can't learn. He takes treats gently. I think a lot of these dogs that go into these shelters benefit from reward-based training to kind of work on basic manners and, of course, the leash walking skills. But he is quick to warm up, and then he's got a really warm personality. Mango did really well meeting new dogs. He enjoys playing with them. We have the picture up on the YouTube. And so just know that he's a hound dog. He's big. He'll let you know that he's around, so it's awesome. He's only 2 years old. He currently weighs about 65 pounds. And if you want to take a look at him, go to gigis.org, gigis.org. And Mango is going to make somebody really, really happy. He needs a forever home, and I'd love to get him into one. So Mango's our Hockey and Hound celeb today, Sivo.
Mango sounds like quite the dog. Sounds like you make a family real happy. So I look forward to hearing some good news.
Thanks, my man. Keep this going. You guys are on a great stretch run, and I just want you to kind of keep it running. Everybody does. We're pulling for you. Thanks, Sivo.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Look forward to chatting with you again soon.
You got it. Damon Severson, Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by our friends at Ohio Credit Union. Experience member-driven banking at Ohio, proudly serving the great state of Ohio for more than 90 years. We'll come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
Thursday is Red's opening day, and that means free Coney Day at Skyline Chili. Hit your neighborhood Skyline to get a free cheese coney with any beverage purchase all day Thursday. 1 free Coney per person per visit at participating Skyline locations.
When we designed our Columbus Blue Jacket ticket plans, we designed them for fans like you. For fans who want to choose their games and their seats, and fans who need flexibility when their plans change. Columbus Blue Jacket season ticket plans. Get your tickets now at bluejackets.com.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
With all that can go wrong in your home, it's enough to make you say, "Oh, brother." With Brothers Roofing and Construction, one call covers it all. Roofing, siding, rotting decks, bad chimneys. We take care of it all. And we do it right the first time.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hothead Burritos' new Abrazo fish taco is in season. Wild-caught Alaskan pollock, creamy queso, zesty Southwest sauce, and cool avocado lime. Catch your new Abrazo fish taco now for a limited time at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hired them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
What's bigger than a three-pointer in a clutch play? Saving thousands on a new Lindsay Honda now.
Slam dunk a deal with 0% financing for 72 months on 2025 Honda Pilot and Ridgeline. If you're serious about saving big, now's the time. Want better MPG? Drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month. March is on during the Honda Spring Event. Time to score big.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Joseph Senta and Dr. Barry Zeta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris, and now at their second location in Reynoldsburg, are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. They can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by McDaniel GM Superstore. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys a truth question. Ooh. Tell the truth. Does this move your opinion or not? Ty Simpson had a razor-sharp throwing session. His accuracy and tempo stood out. Next up for Simpson, a private workout with the Jets scheduled for this Friday. Tell the truth. The razor-sharp throwing session, accuracy and tempo stood out. This is by Field Yates of ESPN.
It does nothing for me personally.
doesn't move him up your board.
No, my big board, he isn't moving anywhere, AR. It should look really good in this type of setting, this scripted setting, right? To where, hey, we're going to do 5 hitches here, 5 slants here, whatever, however they draw these things up. You know the guys you're throwing to. You're at a comfortable facility, obviously a place you practice in all the time. And so it should look the part. There would be some concern if we're throwing balls into the dirt, worm burners and air milling guys and all of that stuff, but I would try not to go too far the other way. And so if it was crisp from start to finish, that's kind of what I expect from these guys. And so, no, I'm not going to go too crazy about it.
I'm with you. I'm glad you said that, because the opposite would be Ty Simpson had a very dull throwing session. His tempo and rhythm looked very off.
It's like, okay.
Like, all right, that's bad. Yeah. No one's rushing you.
Yeah, Ice, you said everything but the best point. No one's playing defense.
That's right.
It's routes on air.
No one's rushing.
Right. That's
let's even do a 4-1,000. All right, so
I'd give him a little bit of credit if it were like 7-on-7, but there'd still be no pass rush, and that still wouldn't be the same. But this is routes on air.
It's pitch and catch.
He has started all of 15 games in college, and I'm not saying that he won't be good. He very well could be. He's got a lot of traits that he can move. He's made some pretty good throws. Played some games under pressure. Orlovsky was showing tape today on him against Auburn. That was all him. Yeah. He's converting stuff with his legs on 4th down. He's converting passes in the red zone on 4th down. But I still think he's going to be a first rounder, though. If you were betting me,
it's starting to feel that way.
I do think he's going to make it into the first round.
It really is. And so I don't think the Rams are on the table anymore. Another team with 2 first-round picks, Kansas City, they're not doing that. And so thinking mid to the back half of the first round, AR feels like somebody's going to pull the trigger on that.
The Jets at 16. I think there's a chance there. I would say Arizona at 20. Yeah. Browns potentially at 24. But all right, so we're all in agreement that didn't quite move us.
Yep.
Take us home, my man.
Severson.
Who did we have on the program today?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Damon Severson.
From the man himself.
So if you go on just a quick trip to somewhere, you're only in town for a day or two, do you if you know someone who lives there, do you tell them that you're coming through, or you just try to make it a quick trip?
2 things. One, if you really, really would like to see them and you can't, and then the other part is, will they find out somehow if you don't? And I have some experience in this. And years ago, when I went down to West Palm Beach, and we went on actually went to Miami, and we drove up to West Palm Beach. And I have an aunt and uncle that live there, and there just wasn't going to be enough time. And I didn't want to disappoint them by saying I'm here, but I can't make time. So I thought I could just
why would you go out of your way to say, hey, I'm here, but I'm not coming over?
Because I want you to know I'm thinking about
it's a tough
you.
Call.
Yeah,
there probably could have been time, but anyway, my dad somehow
your itinerary was full.
Leaked it that I was down there to his brother, and I'm like,
a news leak.
Now I'm toast. Yeah. What am I going to come up with? So I come back to the original point: is what is the penalty here if they find out? Is there any consequence, or can you slither out of it?
So you're saying if they did find out, what punishment would you have to pay?
Well, yeah, like just the shame of it, the embarrassment of it. Is it worth? Or do you have to say that shame and embarrassment is so bad that I better find some time to at least do a swing by?
If we're talking members of the bloodline, I think you got to go.
Well, I failed there.
If it's a homie, and it's kind of like, does it, to TLC's point, fit in the itinerary?
So you don't say anything then?
Nah, I probably wouldn't say anything. Probably wouldn't say anything.
Slither in, slither out. All right.
That's the old in and out.
Hello.
That's amazing. Hello.
Damon Severson, are you awake?
Hello.
Sorry, Damon. We woke him up.
Do you think NBA expansion is an interesting topic?
Topic? Not really. I think some of the locations of where they're going, I think, are interesting, or where they are reportedly going. Seattle and Las Vegas, like I'm into, especially the Seattle part. If they're going to run it back with the Supersonics AR, I'm into that. But talking about, I guess, what it will look like doesn't really move me that much. But when we get there, if it's Seattle and Vegas, I think that could be fun.
That's okay. Doesn't move me. But I'm with Maddie that those sites are pretty good.
Yeah.
I was, as a kid, man, the Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, my gosh.
Jack Sikma, Marvin the Eraser Webster. Like, they had some squads.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
I
got a couple of tennis dudes staying at my house right now.
Appreciate you, Bobby. That's Tell the Truth for today, brought to you by TLC. Hey, you miss anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Common Man and Timmy coming up here in mere moments. They will reveal the Pizza Madness winner at 4 o'clock, and word on the street is that T-Bone and Tyvis will be joining them at 4 for your Pizza Madness winner. So don't move.
All right, tomorrow, the man of 1,000 voices, Frank Caliendo, or F reading at 1 o'clock. We'll have him, so don't miss that.
J-Lou too?
J-Lou for opening day.
Big day.
Let's go.
Anything else?
And
Double
us.
D.
Oh, yeah, we'll have Dockich on. A little prepare us for the Sweet 16.
Be a party in here tomorrow.
Maybe more.
The plug sheet is writing itself right now.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Question from a listener. Do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.